Rich Rebel fans, welcome to another edition of Lady Rebel Basketball. It's actually going to be a doubleheader tonight again in Rich. Well, no, we're not in Rich. We're here in ICS. Beautiful ICS. What a wonderful gym. Very clean, very small. You can hear the crowd very easily in here. We're crowded up on the stage to get you the best shot possible. Maybe get some sweat on the screen or you really hear what's going on down here in the gym. And this is Cody Olsen coming to you live here from ICS, joined here with my beautiful wife, Melissa, doing the camera work here. We're about, this JV boys game is finishing up. They've got about 50 seconds left. We're about 15 minutes away from the beginning of the girls tip-off game here, brought to you by Bear Lake Convention and Visitors Bureau. That's Bear Lake, Utah, and Idaho. The best family vacations happen here. Plan your vacation today. Visit bearlake.org. We're going to go ahead, hear from them, come back to you in 30 seconds on a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Sports 98.3 The Wildlife.
Early Oregon-bound immigrants traveled through the Bear Lake Valley. U.S. Highway 30 basically follows the Oregon Trail. Many wagon trains stopped at Thomas L. Pegleg Smith Trading Post, located near Dingle, Idaho, for supplies. One traveler wrote of camping along Cotton Line Bear River, watching grass as tall as a man wave in the wind. Today, you don't have to ride in a wagon to visit Bear Lake Valley, but the rich history is still here to enjoy. Visit bearlake.org for more information.
So this is the reserve at Bear Lake, most beautiful place in the world. Come here and find out how you can buy your own Airbnb property and help pay for itself, or just come here and enjoy a second home and sports courts, pools, hot tubs, access to 200 miles of mountain trails. Brand new homes now starting at $600,000, quarter shares starting at $250,000. Would like you to invite you to be part of that. Call Gary McKee at Bear Lake Realty at 435-946-8888.
Welcome back, Rich Rebel fans, here to the end of the boys JV game. Currently, boys JV up 54-45, a 9-point cushion with 36 seconds left in the ball game. As this game concludes, we're going to go ahead and step deeper into our Bear Lake Convention and Visitor Bureau's pregame show, where the Rich Rebels will be taking on the ICS Lions. Here at ICS, our scene set today brought to you by mylocalradio.com. Set the scene for your business to increase in 2022. Advertise more with My Local Radio. Today, the ICS Lions are at home. Let's go ahead and start off with them. ICS having a really solid season in the girls program right now, 10-8. However, they are on a 3-game losing streak with a hope to gain a little bit more momentum before they get ready for state championship playoff time. That's kind of where they're at the moment right now. You're going to have to keep an eye out for Stoddard and Zandberg. Those are the 1-2 punch for ICS. They combine for around 28 points per game and 11 rebounds per game. Head coach first year, Anthony Lewis. Rich Rebels coming off a very dominating win against Cokeville last night. Riding that momentum, they want to go ahead, sweep the rest of the week, and up next on the slate is ICS. ICS, if they have anything to say about it, is going to come up and make it difficult. Should be a really good game down here. Right now, the Rich Rebels, prior to the win against Cokeville, were 7th in the RPI, a very tangible improvement that we saw from the Rich Rebels in their game the first time against Cokeville versus the second time against Cokeville. Very, very much improved, and we'll see what the Rich Lady Rebels can do moving forward, very last week of the regular season. You're tuned in to a Bear Lake Convention and Visitors Bureau pregame show, and this has been your MyLocalRadio.com scene set. When we come back, we're going to go ahead and visit with one of our outstanding students at Rich High School. You're going to be listening to a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich High Lady Basketball all night tonight on 98.3 with video coverage online at MyLocalRadio.com. They say the 3 most important things in life for many people are their faith, their family, and their high school sports. And not necessarily in that order. Advertise where you'll get noticed. Call My Local Radio and become a sports advertiser today.
Atlas Home Care and Hospice provides skilled nursing and physical therapy services in your home in Rich County. In-home service providers include Natalie Cornea, Kylie Argyle, Brady Stokes, and Bradley Holmes. Call Atlas Home Care and Hospice today.
Welcome back here to our pregame show brought to you by Bear Lake Convention and Visitors Bureau. It's always great when I get a chance to catch up with one of the amazing students at Rich High School. The Rich School District has a long tradition of taking care of their students and having them college and or career ready. If you want some scholarships, the Rich School District is the place to allow you to grow and succeed. Let's go ahead and get into our outstanding student immediately right after this break. One more time, you're listening to a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Sports 98.3 The Wildlife.
When you enter the city limits of the town of Woodruff, the sign welcomes you to the town of coldest temps and warmest hearts. Settled in 1870, we celebrate the values of kindness, compassion, and friendliness, knowing that a community's greatness may best be measured by the compassionate actions of its members. Mayor Scott Savey and council members Raymond Franson, Millie Bradshaw, Seiko Webb, and Monica Schultes, with clerk Lisa Bell, welcome you and say,
Go Rich Rebels!
All right, Rich Rebel fans, let's get ready and dip in now to our outstanding student interview brought to you by the town of Woodruff. Mayor and Town Council allow us to do this as part of our Bear Lake Convention and Visitors Bureau pregame show. Let's go ahead and catch up with our outstanding student. Rich Rebel fans, I'm joined here on Rebel on Record with Quincy Sitaway, a superstar on the mat right now for winter. Just got done with region wrestling for the girls. Quincy, a lot of people have questions about girls wrestling. What has it been like having finally done wrestling for yourself and being a part of the program?
I felt like there's a lot of support that comes with wrestling. Everyone there, not only your family or your team, but everyone else. All my friends have been very supportive, and it's just a great atmosphere. Everyone's working hard. Everyone wants you to succeed.
Quincy, what was it like being part of the team, both individually and as the team, to go down to region and win?
It was really great because we all want everyone to succeed, like I said, and it may be an individual sport, but it's for sure you could call it a team sport because, like I said, everyone's there to support you. And, we just have a fun time and make a great atmosphere.
Quincy, how did you get started into wrestling? How did the idea pop into your head to start doing this?
Well, I didn't really want to do basketball anymore, so I decided to try something new, and my dad was all for it.
What has your dad done to motivate you or to help you in wrestling?
He comes to practice sometimes. And then even after practice, when we're driving home, he's always giving me pep talks. And he's always saying, you need to do this, you need to do that. And not only my dad, but my brothers have helped me that way too. My brother Keller is always going over my film with me and telling me what I'm doing. So I kind of get that from my family.
Well, talk to me about Keller. He goes over film with you to talk about maybe things that you can improve on. What is it like just having an older brother to motivate you and push you along? Do you feel like it helps?
Yeah, I just want to make him proud. And he's been one of my biggest supporters, from my parents, of course. But I don't know if he's always been on board with the girls wrestling, but since I've started, he's been on board with it.
Quincy, how does it feel knowing that the Rich Rebels are going to be going down to state this week and that the girls, everybody on the team has a real chance to make some waves?
I think it's really great because it's this new sport that not everyone's sure about, and we're really proving ourselves that we can do this and we can do it well.
Quincy, we're going to take a dip outside of wrestling for a hot minute. We're going to fast forward to the spring. The air's nice. It's warm outside. Where do you normally find yourself during the springtime in terms of hobbies?
I really like to rodeo. So there's that, and, just working horses. Me and my mom train horses, and practicing for rodeoing, that's mostly what I do.
How long would you say you've been around horses? Your whole life?
My whole life.
Tell me a little bit about what makes a horse obedient. Have you had experiences with stubborn horses before?
Of course I've had experience. I mean, who wouldn't? But it's mostly of you just kind of work together with them and you try and get a understanding of them and they get an understanding of you. So you find that happy medium.
How do you develop the type of trust between horse and rider? You know, it goes both ways. They're incredibly smart animals, I'm sure. I didn't get to grow around horses. That's something that you have on top of me. What are some of the activities that you do in order to build that relationship to make it strong?
So usually you want to start them young, get them used to you. But if it's just like a regular horse, I guess you first have to find out what they're used to. Kind of, I don't know, what they like. A lot of horses are totally different. Every horse is different, and you gotta find where they're comfortable, and then you kind of gotta shape yourself to what they need and what they're used to.
What does it feel like to be riding with the horses? What does it do for you personally to be out there working with these animals?
It's kind of like a escape, I guess. Whenever I'm working with them, I'm not worried about anything else. All my focus is on them. So it's more of a therapy for me, I guess.
Quincy, we talked a little bit before this interview. Is it true that you have an intention to keep working with horses even after high school?
Yes, for sure. I want them in my life at all times.
What kind of route entails working with horses? What kind of careers?
So I kind of want to go into the breeding business a little bit and just breed and train horses and keep them healthy and keep other people's horses healthy as well.
Do you feel like you're on that path? Do you feel like Rich is keeping you in a good position to make those goals happen?
Yeah, I think, and as soon as I get out of high school, I kind of want to expand that. But this is a really good place to start that.
Quincy, last question for me. I know time flies when we're doing these interviews. You know, achieving those goals, working with these horses at a professional level or a career type of level, what is required from someone to pursue that goal? Can they do it in the state of Utah?
I think so. You just have to have connections and you have to have the knowledge of what you're doing, basically, so people will see your work and want more of it.
Well, this is Quincy Sidaway. Quincy, congratulations on region and best of luck for wrestling. Is there anything else that you want to touch up on before we end?
No, I think that's good. Thank you so much.
No problem. Quincy Sidaway here at Rich High School. You know, Quincy was a really fun interview, and she did fantastic down there in Richfield with the girls wrestling program. Shout out to the girls wrestling program for performing so very well, being the only 1A school at the state meet down there. Multiple Rich Rebel girls placing 5th, 6th, 4th, 3rd, and then we had a state champion as well in Jaslyn Chandler. So congratulations to the girls wrestling program. Special thanks also to Pam Cornea at Town & Country Realty, selling Bear Lake in Utah, Idaho. Call Pam Cornea at 435-779-0012. Pam is there to help you find an awesome place to stay in the Bear Lake area. And she knows Rich Rebel sports. She's been around it for a while. Let's go ahead, take a quick timeout, come back to you in just a second. Catch up as to what these teams are looking like. Come back in just a second. 98.3 The Wildlife.
Pam Cornea with Town & Country Realty in beautiful Bear Lake enthusiastically supports the Rich High Rebels.
After all, I raised 4 of them, from football, basketball, wrestling to volleyball. I supported them all. I bleed blue.
The Caribbean of the Rockies, Bear Lake, offers a variety of activities in every season. Pam would love to assist you in finding your own Bear Lake retreat. Call her today, 435-779-0012.
When you think about Bear Lake, think family, fun, fishing, beaches, boats, green, and great food. Think water, wildlife, trails, and shakes, snow, scenery, and sun. Think summer. Go to bearlake.org and plan your visit today. Visit Scenic Idaho.
Welcome back, Rich Rebel fans, to the Bear Lake Convention and Visitors Bureau pregame show. We're about 5 minutes away from tip-off. Now is the time for us to dip into our Lake Town ledger in just a moment. Before we dip into our Lake Town ledger, let's go ahead and set the scene for tonight just a little bit more. The second of 3 back-to-back-to-back games here. First with the Cokeville Panthers, both the boys and the girls program coming away with a win, and now they're out here in ICS. One could describe this gauntlet in the final stretch, the last 100 meters here, for both the boys and the girls programs to cement themselves into the desired RPI position. Boys really trying to get that home play-in game. The girls trying to stay out of the play-ins completely, as the push for the 1A playoffs is going to be found here on 98.3 KADQ for the Rebels, only on mylocalradio.com. The girls, for the girls, these games at the end of the season, both the ICS girls and the Rich Rebel girls especially, it's all about keeping out of the play-ins, trying to stay up in that RPI, bumping as high as you can get in that highest seed as possible. And Coach Lundgren's talked about how he really enjoys having these back-to-back-to-back games. He wants to get the girls tournament ready, and that Cokeville game really pushed them. And it was really a fun game to watch and see. The boys make it a little more theatrical and a lot more pressure sometimes than I like to have it, as if you're a Rich Rebel fan. Maybe you're on the edge of your seat last night. Let's see if we can have another really good one here in ICS as round 2 is coming up. We'll talk more about the boys later, but this is all about the girls. Currently right now, Ambria Lutz 8th in scoring at the 1A level. Taylor McKee dishing out those assists. She's up there as well in top 10, and Darlene Peterson also getting her blocks in there as well, cementing themselves, trying to get high up in the RPI. We'll come back here for our final ticks of the clock in just a moment. We'll take a quick break on our Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Lady Basketball on 98.3 and mylocalradio.com. Success is no accident. It comes from constant hard work, perseverance, sacrifice, and learning from failure. Lake Town Mayor Burdette Weston and council members Dallas Clark, Gary Ogilvie, Eldon Robinson, and Delora Wright encourage the Rich High Rebels to continue to do whatever it takes to succeed in academics, activities, and athletics. The Town Council and citizens of Laketown celebrate the success of all the students and staff in the Rich School District. Welcome back, Rich Rebel fans. We're here, and, in our booth, Cody Olsen coming to you live, beautiful Melissa Olsen, and a lot of very, very stinky boys after a JV game. Good gravy. Yeah, let's go ahead and get a picture of these guys. I'm sitting here right next to all the Perry boys, Hunter Pace, all these boys, Carson Muirbrook making faces here. Very fantastic. These JV boys just came away with a win in the JV boys game just a moment ago. Now as we get ready for the girls game, we're happy to announce that our Laketown Ledger is sponsored by the town of Laketown. That's Mayor Burdette Weston and company, allowing us to take a look back as to the last time these two teams met. That was back in Randolph. The girls are 15-0 versus the Lions and hold an undefeated record all time. Last game, a 53-27 win for the Rebels. So that is your Laketown Ledger, part of our Bear Lake Convention and Visitors Bureau pregame show. Keys to the game today brought to you by mylocalradio.com. One important key to running a successful business is advertising. An advertisement is a daily invitation for customers to do business with you. Advertise with mylocalradio.com at 307-789-8116. We're getting ready now. We're going to get our introductions and our presentation of the colors. We'll go ahead, step aside, come back to you in just a moment on 98.3 The Wildlife.
Now you've got a safe and secure place to store your boat, RV, ATVs, and other vehicles right in town. T-Bar Body Shop offers storage for just $35 per month. Long and short-term storage options are available. Of course, T-Bar Body Shop also offers custom body work when you have an accident. We work with your insurance directly and get the job done right. T-Bar Body Shop offers a wide range of services. Stop in today and see all the ways T-Bar can serve you. 515 County Road, Evanston. Let T-Bar fix your car.
This presentation on mylocalradio.com is also brought to you in part by Hoover Chiropractic. With over 3 decades of experience, Dr. Todd Hoover can help you with all the chiropractic work you need, plus x-rays, blood work, a weight loss program, and can help you get rid of allergies and migraines. Dr. Todd Hoover with Hoover Chiropractic in Evanston.
At the Evanston Walmart, you'll find all the tools students need to succeed. Our team is committed to providing quality products and an excellent shopping experience. Stop in today. 125 North 2nd Street, Evanston. Walmart. Save money, live better.
Atlas Home Care and Hospice provides skilled nursing and physical therapy services in your home in Rich County. In-home service providers include Natalie Cornea, Kylie Argyle, Brady Stokes, and Bradley Holmes. Call Atlas Home Care and Hospice today. Proudly serving the people of Randolph and Hiram, Utah since 1997. Dr. Sean Grohl with Comprehensive Family Dental offers dentistry for patients of all ages. Great care, positive environment, and fair prices. Call for an appointment today.
Starting off our pregame festivities before the tip-off, our prayer and our national anthem here at ICS. And, you know, I got to say about this ICS gym, it's very small, compact, and what I heard from Elon Olive when he got to cover some volleyball games here, it can get very, very, very loud. So we look forward to having a very loud crowd. A bunch of Rich Rebel fans out here as well. Our starting lineup today, Darlene Peterson for the visiting team, the Rich Rebels. Ambria Lutz. Ambria went off and was our player of the game last night against Cokeville. Taylor McKee also in here. Brittany Lamborn. And Mackenzie Smith. That is your starting 5 tonight as we're now going to get ready for the ICS Lions and their starting 5. Lucy Cole will be starting, as well as number 32. The number 3 here, Elaine Lunsford. 15, Savannah Firkin. And Bryn Smith. I believe that is correct. I apologize if I did have a number wrong. All right, we're going to get ready for tip-off coming up in just a second here. Thank you for the starting lineup brought to you by Lutz Construction and Excavation. McKenna Stoddard, that is who we are. Of course, Stoddard out there as she is a key element and a key piece to this ICS team. T7 Propane will be sponsoring our first quarter today, and our tip-off brought to you by mylocalradio.com. Elaine Lunsford and Darlene Peterson set to tip it off here in the middle. As we now dip into the start of the first quarter. Tip 1 by Lunsford, and ICS is going to start off with the basketball. Smith on the left side here, working into the corner, left alone. Firkin high up, arcing shot right on the left side baseline, and the ICS Lions will strike first as they get their first points of the game. On a little jumper on the left baseline from Firkin. Spinning into the paint and falling outside the paint. A missed shot opportunity there by Taylor McKee. ICS coming away with the defensive rebound. Lucy Cole pushing it, intercepted by Lamborn. Back into the paint, a one-on-one opportunity for McKee. 2 missed layups for McKee as she's hopefully going to rein that one in here soon. Ball tipped out of bounds, and our first foul here on Darlene Peterson. The Rich Rebels in their all blacks, blue accents, white numerals. A little bit of a trap pressure here on the ICS Lions, splitting the double team. Ball up for grabs. Brittany Lamborn able to wrestle that one away from Lucy Cole, and a jump ball right on top of the arc. That ball and the possession will swap over. It will go with the Rebels here. Crawford Trough inbound. Smith on the far sideline into McKee, who's going to strut across the timeline. A very clean floor here in ICS. They take very good care of their gym. Taylor McKee at the very top of the arc gets a screen from Darlene, kicks it out to the left for Lamborn, who drives with her left hand, has to pick it back up, back cut for McKee. She has an open lane. Instead, kicks it far out. Smith on the right corner, 3, short. Follows her shot. ICS falling on top of it. And Brittany Lamborn in the right place at the right time. A feed from Darlene Peterson way inside to Mackenzie Smith, who got left alone in all the action and the rumble that was outside beyond the arc. So tie ball game 2-2 between the Rebels and the Lions. Up at the very top here, Lunsford driving right side against Darlene Peterson, gets caught up, throws it back out, and Darlene falls on the basketball. And we get a foul called here on the far sideline. That's Darlene's second foul in a very short amount of time. Long shot here, just off the front of the rim, missed by ICS. An offensive rebound, put back, again dancing on the rim and falling out, no good. Darlene comes away with the defensive rebound. Up the left sideline into the middle. Lutz to Lamborn, gets bumped off the glass, too hard, far. Stoddard comes away with it. Stoddard pushing it down the far sideline. No, this is Lucy Cole. Stoddard for 3. That one's good. Stoddard, straightaway 3. That was great work from Stoddard as she found herself alone. And she pulled the trigger. You know, you didn't see Stoddard really catch fire the last time that ICS was in Rich. So we'll see how it goes. A missed opportunity. The Rich Rebels here in their half-court offense. On the left shoulder, Lamborn's dribbling up to the top, gets it to Darlene on the right elbow. Darlene pumps once, drives, loses the basketball, has to collect it on the right side. Lutz, one dribble back to Darlene. Feed inside, Smith gets hooked, and it's going to be a foul before the shot here. And that's going to be on McKenna Stoddard. Stoddard with the first foul. Darlene's come out, and Cassie Grohl has come in. Mackenzie Smith with the Crawford Trough inbound underneath the ICS basket. Fakes it underneath and goes out to Lamborn. Lamborn loses the basketball and then steals it right back. Goes up with the left hand again long. A couple missed layups by the Rich Rebels. And a jump ball. Here, Smith came away with the offensive rebound and tried to kick it back out for an open shot on the left side, but ICS quick to the ball and quick with the hands. They're going to be tied up. ICS back with the basketball. Cole back out to your right side. Lunsford. 4 bodies on the floor. Ball picked up by Mackenzie Smith at her own free throw line, and another turnover and a switch of possessions. Ambria Lutz dribbling with the right hand, goes left to Grohl on the left shoulder. Back up to the top. McKee, long 3. That one's good. Pretty shot and a great T7 Propane 3 from Taylor McKee, and we have a tie ball game 5-5. Lucy Cole goes out to the right for Stoddard. Cross-court pass to the left side now, just underneath the arc. Ball floating out the back line, and a backcourt violation on ICS as that ball tried to get reset back into their offense, but instead split 2 ICS players, and the ball goes rolling out the back line. Crawford Trough inbound here now to McKee, who strolls across the timeline herself, working from left to right on your radio dial. McKee goes across the court. Grohl has to jump up with all of her might to grab it, tries to go inside for a feed. Ball deflected by ICS, and Stoddard comes away here on the near corner. Works it down the left side, sideline. Left hand layup, good by Bryn Smith. ICS up by 2, 7-5. Early in our first quarter, brought to you by T7 Propane in Woodruff. McKee, isolation one-on-one, drives to the left side, kicks it out for Grohl, who goes back inside. Lutz had an open shot, decided to eat it, floats way beyond the arc, and that ball dances on the back iron, missed by Lutz. Here comes ICS in transition, working up the left side here. Smith into the far corner, and a travel violation on Savannah Firkin. She shuffled her feet, and that's going to be an easy call there. She was just a little overzealous, wanted to get to the basket. Large substitution coming up for the Rich Rebels. Pugmire, Taylor. Pugmire and Taylor have come in, as well as Ellie Argyle. Violet Taylor strolling across the midcourt line. She's going to work it right, and Grohl gets deflected, hands it off to Pugmire, goes out to the left. 3 from Lutz. Far, long rebound into the far corner, tracked down by Stoddard. Stoddard, outlet here to the front for Smith. Smith working it down the left side of their own. Firkin, high arcing shot, rolls out, no good. Rebound Lutz. Lutz jogging up the court, splitting into the paint. A drive and kick up to the top. Ellie Argyle high above her head, gets a screen from Pugmire. Grohl on the near corner. Has to get bailed out. Lunsford and Argyle touching each other. And that ball last touched by Ellie Argyle. That ball then falls out of bounds after bouncing off of her thigh. 7-5, ICS in the lead. 2:47 left here in our first quarter, brought to you by T7 Propane in Woodruff. Stoddard working against Taylor on the right side shoulder. Cross-court pass out here to the left. A pump drive in at the free throw line, and then a kick out. Resetting again, ICS driving left. A jumper by Smith. Air balls, just missed it short. But ICS collects it. Firkin, again, high arcing shot. Another air ball, and now the Rich Rebels come away with it in transition. Left side, Taylor. Resets, Grohl here on the right side wing. Couple dribbles into the paint, goes right into the middle, throws it up high off the glass, and it goes in. Great work by Grohl as she found just enough space to get in between a couple defenders and throw it high off the glass. Good little jumper right at the free throw line, 7-7. Driving right side baseline, and this is Lunsford with a kick out here. Cole follows and then bumps it right underneath the bottom of the backboard. Here's a miss from ICS, and now Pugmire on the fast break left that layup short, and Grohl touched the basketball, and then it goes into the padding underneath. Turnover here. Pugmire had a little bunny to put up there, and she just kind of left it a little bit short. A little awkward, it rolls out of bounds. ICS will come with the basketball. Lucy Cole, right-hand dribble, coming up the left side of the half-court line, and I think she wanted to give up the basketball, and then a Rich Rebel cut into the passing lane to her right, and then she held onto it for a microsecond. It looked awkward, and that's why our officials called a carry. McKee setting up the offense for the Rich Rebels. Everybody on the baseline except for McKee goes right against her defender and then tried to kick it far out, tracked down by Grohl in the far corner. Grohl picked up her dribble, goes up for Pugmire, feeding inside. Ellie Argyle, right-hand layup, baby hook push shot. Good from about 2 feet out from Ellie Argyle. Pretty work, and the Rebels have taken the lead 9-7. 1 minute and 5 seconds left here in the first quarter. Stoddard takes the three, long, right off the glass, missing that one. McKee rips it off goes out to the left side, and Taylor bumps in. A blocking foul on Stoddard as she tried to establish position. Not long enough, apparently, as our officials say no, and a blocking foul. 2 shots coming up for Violet Taylor. Bear Lake Realty free throws coming up here. Violet Taylor. First shot, up and good, nothing but net. Pushes the lead to 3 for the Rich Rebels. 55 seconds left here in our first quarter. Second one coming up for Taylor. This one long, high rebound. Firkin comes away with it. Pushes it up for Cole. Cole pulls it back out. She had numbers, decides not to go for it. Right side, and a 3-ball here from Rebecca Warner. Offensive rebound. And then a missed shot again on the putback. Ball going high off the side of the backboard and then bounces right on the line, out the baseline. Rich Rebels will come away with it. Taylor McKee again strolling across the midcourt line through the half circle. Pugmire, right side elbow, out to the right side baseline. Grohl, that's pretty from about 15 feet out. Grohl comes away with, she's 2 for 2 shooting so far here in our first quarter. Lunsford and company with 17 seconds left before the end of the first quarter. Can they do something with the basketball, try and make it a little less of a deficit? Firkin, step back, out to the right. Lunsford, off balance three, off the glass, no good. Follows her own shot, puts it back. That one rolls out. Pugmire gets it to McKee, and a shot not before the buzzer. That one would have been short anyway. On the other side, they hucked it down to Violet Taylor. That will be your first quarter final. Rich, 12-7. We'll come back to you in 30 seconds here on a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Sports 98.3 The Wildlife.
Whether it's for your home, your ranch, your equipment, or your business, when you need propane, count on the best. T7 Propane in Woodruff. The safe and professional team at T7 Propane offers quality product and the most responsive propane service in the area, so you can enjoy the affordability, reliability, and efficiency of propane. For heating, cooking, grilling, motor fuel, and more, count on the team at T7 for your personal or business propane needs. 435-793-4208.
Sometimes you just start craving a really good, juicy burger. Add cheese, maybe some bacon, and all the fixins that make every bite even better than the bite before it. Add a side of hand-cut fries, onion rings, or crisp tater tots, and top it off with an amazing ice cream cone. Or maybe a raspberry shake. Just thinking about it makes me hungry. When your stomach is grumbling like an angry bear and your cravings call out, head right down to the Crawford Trough in Randolph. The place to eat and drink. Stop in today.
Here we go, starting our second quarter, brought to you by Stacy's Repair in Woodruff. When you need a repair, take it to the ones who truly care. That's Stacy's Repair in Woodruff. The Rich Rebels will start off with the basketball. 12-7 is your score as they came away with a little bit of a lead. Drive into the paint and then a kick out to the left side block. Ellie Argyle from McKee. That's a good 1-2 punch for the Rich Rebels. They are extending their lead now 14-7 on a little bit of a run. ICS has not made a basket in a few minutes. A long three on the corner. That one's up and good. That's a pretty shot by Becca Warner, I believe, as it's kind of in an area I can't quite see. But she comes back, gives ICS life. High lob into the paint, stolen away. ICS, but a foul. Ellie Argyle, a little shaken, not really. She ends up on her behind underneath the baseline. That's a foul on Becca Warner, the player that just hit the three for ICS. Substitution, Pugmire's come back out of the game. Lutz has come in. McKee on the far corner, dribbling around, spinning, gets a little bit of room, feeds to Argyle, who just pushes that one long. Again, Rich stealing the basketball away after a defensive rebound by ICS. Long three, McKee off to the right, far down into the corner. They're going to let that one roll out of bounds. ICS will keep it. Seven minutes left here in our second quarter. Rich up 14-10. Big three on the last possession for ICS. That's given the Lions a little bit of help. Warner driving, loses the basketball on the right elbow, and it's picked up by Argyle. Stolen away, here come the Rebels. Across the timeline, slowing it down just a little bit. Lutz pointing to positions, trying to get people open. Right side elbow feed. Grohl back to Lutz, long three, that one's good on the right wing. Another T7 Propane three, pushing the lead 17-10 for the Rich Rebels. Lucy Cole, right side, Firkin, back up to the top, Warner, left side, Smith, back again, Lunsford, just inside the arc, that one's left short by Firkin. Firkin, we saw her in volleyball, I believe, and she did a very good job. Good team member for the ICS. Long three on the right side, McKee, that one's off to the right. Lunsford tracking it down the freshman. Stepped in front. That is a Ambria Lutz blocking foul, and that's the right call as Lutz tried to jump right in front of Lunsford and then kind of got bowled over, but she did not have position whatsoever. Argyle coming out. as well as Taylor, Smith, and Lamborn have come into the ballgame. Lucy Cole, right-hand dribble going against Lamborn. Fakes right, gets Lamborn on her heels. Left side Firkin going up against McKee. McKee strips it away, and it bounces off of the shin of Mackenzie Smith out of bounds. Here comes ICS with an inbound underneath the Rich Rebel basket. They're on the far side of the basket. Looking. Nobody open. Finally, it's tipped at the line, stolen away by Lamborn. Lamborn to Lutz. Dribbling down the sideline, McKee. Back to Ambria, who barely saves it. As it was going to go out the half-court line, McKee tried to send it right back to Ambria. Lutz and then Grohl working it. Grohl to Lamborn inside. Smith, push shot off the glass, long rebound. Lunsford comes away with it. Ball poked away. Lamborn comes up with it across the timeline in front of the media bench. Right side, underneath, reversal layup by Taylor McKee. That one's good. Full timeout taken, an Independent Software Solutions timeout taken by ICS. Taking a breather, try to recollect themselves. Rich up 19-10. We'll come back in 30 on a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Sports. 98.3 The Wildlife. Your new home in Bear Lake is one phone call away. That's 435-946-8888. If you're looking for a new home in Bear Lake, Gary and Amber McKee want to be there to help you find the right fit, as they are here in the Bear Lake area selling real estate, trying to, navigate this complicated time in terms of real estate. They're there to make it easy for you. Again, 435-946-8888. 5:14 remaining left in our Stacy's Repair second quarter. We're here as the Rich Rebels are up 19-10. They're putting together a little bit of a run, trying to pull away from ICS. ICS desperately trying to get some type of offensive momentum going, as they've gotten up a few shots, but they have not been falling. One other thing that's been quite evident to see is the Rich Rebels, anytime that ball is in a vulnerable position that ICS has it, they are reaching in, they're trying to poke it away. And some of them have been successful in swapping possessions and getting fast break points, or at least good looks going the other way for the Rebels. Stoddard inbounding to Cole. Cole jogging across the line, goes back to Stoddard. Almost stolen away. Firkin, left elbow, jumper off the front of the rim, grazing the front. Saved by Smith, diving out underneath her own basket. Here come the Rebels. Right side wing into McKee. Another dribble drive. Now Lamborn stops on the right side. Now right shoulder. Far beyond the arc, and now Lutz. Left-hand dribble, handoff, Grohl. Kick out to the right side. McKee, long three, good. The three ball has been falling for the Rich Rebels. Another T7 Propane three, score 22-10, advantage for the Rebels. Lunsford in her offensive set. Up to Stoddard, 2 feet beyond the arc. Short, Lamborn tracks it down. McKee, coast to coast, left-handed layup, good. McKee on a 5-point swing of her own, leading the charge for the Rich Rebels those last couple possessions. Lunsford goes right at Smith, and Smith blocks that shot as she drove in. Lutz, right side, McKee. McKee loses the basketball as she tried to feed to the right side block Lamborn. Lamborn tried to box out, give a little bit of a lane, but in the process kind of gave up a little bit of positioning enough that an ICS player can poke that ball out and away. It will stay with the Rebels. Crawford Trough inbound. Last time we saw Plains Tire points in the paint by McKee, who has been subbed out. Taylor has come in, dribble handoff a couple times, left elbow jumper, short from Lutz. Picked up by Peterson. Rolling it out, Grohl, who's going to put a floater up herself. That one's off the left of the iron. Lunsford using her height. Gives it up to her back court. Three on the left side wing. Looks good. No, long. That was a long three by Becca Warner. That ball goes falling out into the baseline. So ICS right now desperately trying to get some stops and points of their own as the Rich Rebels are on a little bit of a run. They're up 24-10. Lutz feeding inside, double team. Taylor loses the basketball, and then Darlene Peterson comes screaming in, gets the offensive rebound and a foul as she tries the putback. Two shots coming up for Darlene Peterson. First one up, no good. That one's short. Bounces right back to her. Redemption shot. Peterson rolls it in, making it a quarter for Rich. Lunsford dribbles right on the right side block. Foul on the arm. Smith whacks her as Lunsford tried to sneak up and underneath her arms. Smith got it up in there and grazed the forearm. So Lunsford is going to go to the line. Lunsford shot up. Shoots off to the left after hitting the right iron. No good on that first one. Second shot. Lunsford putting that one up. That one's long. High rebound. Darlene Peterson comes down with it. Timeout taken. Independent Software Solutions timeout, this time by Rich, and Coach Lundgren will take it as well. Come back to you on a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Sports, 98.3 and at mylocalradio.com.
You rely on your vehicle every day. Make sure your ride gets the best service, repairs, and maintenance possible. Stacy's Repair in Woodruff provides the highest quality, the latest technology, and the newest equipment to give your vehicle the absolute best auto care available. Family owned and operated since 1992, your friends at Stacy's Repair promise to always deliver value and outstanding, honest, and knowledgeable service, regardless of repair size or difficulty. Stacy's Repair, the ones who truly care.
Coming back for the conclusion of our second quarter, 2:51 left here in our Stacy's Repair second quarter. Rich up 25-10 after ICS has gone cold from the field, has not made a shot since the beginning of the second quarter. Smith, cross-court pass out to the right side, dribble drive into the paint, feed, Taylor, Peterson missing that layup. Ball gets contested, long three from Grohl using her feet. That one rolls out. That would have been pretty. Peterson, another offensive rebound. 5 girls in the paint. Finally, ICS wrestles it away from the Rich Rebels. Stepping through Stoddard, left side, into Firkin in the corner on the near side. Stoddard up into the arms. Caught Violet Taylor in an awkward position, and she threw her arms into Taylor's. 2 shots coming up for Stoddard. So McKenna Stoddard, who averages around 15 points per game. Right now, missing the first free throw. I believe Stoddard made an early 3-point basket, and then she's been kind of quiet since then. Stoddard rolling the ball in her fingertips, up with both hands. Both shots long. Lutz tracks it down in front of the Rich Rebels crowd on the far side. Goes up here, goes to the left. Taylor. Feed to Darlene Peterson. Peterson again missing that layup. She's missed a couple there. She's going to get it, though. Another shot. Lutz from beyond the arc, no good. Lunsford in the far corner. Into traffic. Lutz stealing it away. Losing it. Ball off the fingertips of Peterson as she falls down to the court hard. You know, the Rich Rebels are not shooting a great percentage right now, but they're getting 3 or 4 shots every time they're going down the court. ICS, on the other hand, has not been able to put the ball in the basket. Stolen away after Lunsford looks inside. Lutz pushing it up the court into Darlene. Off the backboard as it's deflected. Stoddard in between 3 Rebels. Dribbles with her left hand. Off the glass, rolls out. No good. Smith, defensive rebound. Outlet to the left, down the sideline. Lutz into their half court. Taylor, 2 dribbles right, goes back to Lutz, up to the top now for Tingy, who's checked into the ball game. Taylor going strong into the body of Savannah Firkin, and that is going to elicit a foul. 2 shots coming up for Violet Taylor after the aggressive drive on the right side. Violet Taylor bricking that first shot, shoots right back out at her after going a little bit long. Ambria Lutz getting checked out. McKee has come in. Also Smith coming out. Argyle in her stead. Violet Taylor. Correction on her free throw. Finally, the Rich Rebels were stuck at 25 for a while. ICS has not been able to get past 10 since the beginning of the second quarter. Lunsford on the right wing inside Stoddard, who has to bounce off a couple Rich Rebels, not letting anybody inside the Rich Rebel defense. Lunsford picking up her dribble, bailed out there at the top by Cole. Long 3, Stoddard bouncing off far into the near corner, tracked down by the Rich Rebels. McKee outlet into the middle of the court. Another calm setup for the Rebels. Crossover left elbow, dribble handoff, feed inside Darlene Peterson. That one's good. 27-10 for the Rich Rebels. 3 taken on the right wing by ICS. That one's missed. ICS cannot unlock the lid from the basket. Taylor right side driving baseline up with the right hand, missing the layup, no good. Stoddard rips it away. Goes on her own on a mission, splitting in between. And Stoddard off balance, running into Ellie Argyle right on the right elbow. A foul called here. Here we go as our officials all looking at each other. Everyone in the gymnasium thought it was 2 shots, but I guess they're taking it out underneath the basket. ICS coming up here. Cole on the far side, inside here, rolling out a shot on the right side by Becca Warner. No good. Your halftime score, Rich 27. Rich 28, excuse me. Rich 28. ICS 10. We'll go ahead now and take a break, dip into our halftime coverage. Come back to you in just a moment on a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel girls basketball, only on 98.3 KADQ and on mylocalradio.com.
If the idea of owning your own home in beautiful Bear Lake sounds like more than your finances can handle, visit the experts at Bear Lake Realty to learn how you can make it happen. Gary and Amber McKee at Bear Lake Realty can show you how to buy a home and rent it out, so it pays for itself while you enjoy it some of the time as well. And soon, you'll have your own place in the Caribbean of the Rockies. No one knows the market better, and no one else serves you better than Bear Lake Realty.
In the state where life is elevated, live your life in a higher gear. Cash Honda Yamaha can help you enjoy our beautiful local terrain, whether it's in the valleys, mountains, snow, or water. So get out and enjoy all nature has to offer at a higher speed. Visit Cash Honda Yamaha in Cache Valley to start living your life at your new speed. Visit us in Hyde Park, just north of Logan, Utah.
Signage is a critical part of your business. It helps customers find your front door. Rocky Mountain Sign will provide you with expertly designed signs, LEDs, channel letters, as well as skillfully cut signage using wood, metal, plastic, and other mediums to help your customers find you with high-quality signage. Using the best technology, designs, and installation by Rocky Mountain Sign. Your signage says a lot about your business. Work with the professionals at Rocky Mountain Sign, 243 7th Street in Evanston, Wyoming.
Welcome to the halftime show, brought to you today by MyLocalRadio.com. Advertise where your messages will be seen during high school sports on the radio and online with MyLocalRadio.com. Your station on Main scoreboard reading for halftime. The Rich Rebel girls up 28-10 against ICS. The Rich Rebels not shooting a great field goal percentage right now. They're probably sitting low 20s, if I have to be completely honest with you, but steals and offensive rebounds have given the Rebels life and multiple chances. They've been able to get 3 or 4 shots up every time they've gone down the court, and if it doesn't go in, then no biggie, because ICS can't seem to unlock the lid from the basket right now. They've had a couple good looks, but it seems like they're out of sorts just a little bit. They haven't been able to get clean looks right now, and they were only able to score 3 points in the second quarter. Only went up from 7 in the first quarter to 10 at the end of the second quarter. So just trying to get the cobwebs out right now. ICS also without one of their star players, Morgan Zandberg, who is out currently, and that's also causing a little bit, I'm sure, just missing a player for ICS, especially with it being Zandberg. It's just going to cause a couple issues. So we're here on the halftime show, brought to you today by MyLocalRadio.com. Thank you for joining us. Cody Olsen, Melissa Olsen here in the booth. We're making things happen. The boys getting warmed up and ready. As the girls' game started off at 6 o'clock, we were about a half an hour behind what we normally do, as the girls normally tip off at 5:30. Doesn't seem to really be bothering the girls right now, other than the fact that their field goal percentage is down. A big key for the Rich Rebels that we've seen has been steals. We mentioned it before. Anytime that ICS has put the basketball anywhere on the floor, there seems to be Rebels there to poke it away, make it difficult, and to steal that ball. And also on top of that, rebounding, definitely in favor of the Rebels. Just from, the eye test, it seems like the Rich Rebels get a couple chances at it every single time. Thank you here for our halftime show. Our first half highlights brought to you by the town of Randolph. We've had a few three-pointers knocked in by Taylor McKee. Nice shots by Ellie Argyle, and a beautiful feed from Violet Taylor to Lutz into Darlene Peterson. Special thanks to the town of Randolph for that. We'll go ahead, step aside, come back to you in just a moment on a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Sports on 98.3 The Wildlife. Randolph, Utah is a town of extremes. At an elevation of 6,300 feet, with temperatures over 90 in the summer and often 40 below in the winter, the folks who call Randolph home have to be a hardy crew. Maybe that is one reason why the simple things in life mean so much to Rich County. Residents value hard work, education, a value for God, family, and country, and being a good neighbor. Mayor Sim Bell and the town board, Melanie Lim, Clay Barker, Brandon Hatch, and Frank Sano, support the Rich Rebels and hope that you can come back often.
Wyoming is unique. When it comes to high school sports, we might travel 6 hours to a game, but when we get there, we know the other team, their parents, and the coaches. Wyoming is like one small town with really long streets. When your travels take you to Evanston, always stay with your friends at the Best Western Dunmar Inn. Clean, comfortable rooms, a restaurant serving healthy, delicious food, and breakfast is always included. If you're bringing the team or following the team, stay with us every time you're in Evanston. The Best Western Dunmar Inn.
Welcome back in the middle of our halftime show, brought to you today by MyLocalRadio.com. Advertise where your messages will be seen. That's during high school sporting events, on the radio, and online, only with MyLocalRadio.com. So the Rich Rebels and the ICS Lions girls program right now at halftime, 28-10. We've seen ICS trying to find the keys to putting the ball in the basket, and they have not found it in the first half. Hopefully they'll find it in the second. We're going to go ahead, take another quick break, come back to you for our conclusion, what these teams can do to come back into the ballgame, what ICS can do, and what Rich can do to stay in the lead and put this game on ice. Cody Olsen, we'll be back with you in just a moment. Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel basketball at MyLocalRadio.com.
Nothing makes your kid feel like a superstar more than seeing his or her very own fathead in the stands. Fathead car decals and yard signs are inexpensive and easy to get at Rocky Mountain Sign in Evanston. Whether it's for the big game or to cheer on the high school band, our children make us proud in so many ways. Show your pride today. Go Rebels! West Star Printing and Rocky Mountain Sign, 243 7th Street, Evanston.
They say the three most important things in life for many people are their faith, their family, and their high school sports. And not necessarily in that order. Advertise where you'll get noticed. Call My Local Radio and become a sports advertiser today.
Signage is a critical part of your business. It helps customers find your front door. Rocky Mountain Sign will provide you with expertly designed signs, LEDs, channel letters, as well as skillfully cut signage using wood, metal, plastic, and other mediums to help your customers find you with high-quality signage. Using the best technology, designs, and installation by Rocky Mountain Sign. Your signage says a lot about your business. Work with the professionals at Rocky Mountain Sign, 243 7th Street in Evanston, Wyoming.
In the state where life is elevated, live your life in a higher gear. Cash Honda Yamaha can help you enjoy our beautiful local terrain, whether it's in the valleys, mountains, snow, or water. So get out and enjoy all nature has to offer at a higher speed. Visit Cash Honda Yamaha in Cache Valley to start living your life at your new speed. Visit us in Hyde Park, just north of Logan, Utah.
Back here for the conclusion of the halftime coverage here. MyLocalRadio.com. Rich Rebels coming back out onto the court. The Lady Rebels coming to their benches in front of our media booth. All right, so let's dip into what these teams can do to come out on top. ICS right now definitely needing to find a way to put the ball in the basket. Doesn't matter where on the court they do that. They've got to find it from beyond the arc, inside the arc. Let's go ahead and check in with our associate in the field, Trey Walker. Trey, tell me a little bit what you've seen out there and what Rich can do to keep in the lead and put this thing on ice.
I think they just need to keep patient and make sure they're getting the right shots they want to get. I think as long as they keep playing hard and keep playing patient, they'll do good.
I think you're 100% right. Now, Trey, one more question before we let you go. I know that you're in great need in other places, a man of many talents and needed everywhere. Trey, what's needed for the boys to come out on top today? What was worked on today in practice?
We've been making sure we get out there on the shooters and making sure we force them off the line. And we believe as long as we force them off the three-point line and make them try to go in on us, we think we have an advantage. And so as long as we keep composed and make them go off the three-point line, I think we got it.
All right, you heard it here first from the man, the myth, the legend, Trey Walker. Thanks, Trey. All right, well, let's dip back into our coverage here. The start of our third quarter brought to you by Epic Recreation. Epic Recreation, make your next vacation an epic one. Find them online or at their phone number. You can reach out to them as well. High shot from Firkin, missing that one. Here come the Rich Rebels. Epic Recreation, that's 435-946. Epic, 435-946-3742. Rich Rebels missing the first shot. Long three from Lutz. That's off the front of the rim, no good. Foul as Lamborn comes screaming in. She'll bunch. She'll run into the back of Savannah Firkin. The score will stay 28-10. Left side here. Stoddard working up against Lamborn. Stoddard into the body of Lamborn and a foul. Stoddard working hard and Lamborn went in very aggressively on the defensive end. So McKenna will go to the line for two shots coming up. Stoddard, first shot, rolling off to the right, no good. Just 30 seconds into our third quarter here. Second shot from Stoddard, good. So, ball going into the basket has to look good psychologically for ICS. They're going to score first, 28-11 for the Rich Rebels. Crossover to the left side. Ambria lets dribble, handoff to Lamborn. Another dribble handoff inside, drive, McKee finds space, goes up with the left hand and is good. 30-11, Rebels in front. Long three, Stoddard rattles out, no good. Offensive rebound and a putback from Bryn Smith. Right on the right baseline as that ball went right into her hands. She found herself alone, put it right back up and in, 30-13. Right side drive, Lutz kicks it back up at the top, left her feed, has to lead McKee to an open dead space who tracks it back down at the very top, right in front of the half circle. Left wing, Lamborn faking left, goes right, dribbles left, spinning, picks up her dribble now, is in trouble, gets it up to Smith. Three on the left side, no good, air ball, hits the net, grazes it. Lunsford into Stoddard, cross the line. Firkin on the fast break, up and good with the right hand. So here we go. ICS starting to heat up a little bit, making it interesting, cutting the lead down to 15, 30-15. Still advantage for Rich. Dribble drive, up the glass, icing, and a flare. Taylor McKee, good with the layup, 32-15. Firkin, high, off the front of the rim, no good. Smith tracking it down, spins out, gets it out on the right sideline for McKee. Dribble up and no, this time just bounces out. McKee had good footwork, got the ball away from defenders. Stoddard splitting in between 4 different Rebels and a carry call. Stoddard, it's difficult to weave in and out of all those defenders, and she had to carry that ball just a little bit. Smith on the far near corner on her own side of the court. Inbound, Crawford Trough into Taylor McKee. Right side, Lutz. Darlene Peterson keeps it away from Firkin, dribbles out at the very top of the arc. Right shoulder again, Lutz. Dribbling, spinning now down the base, down the paint line. Smith and Stoddard getting tangled up here. Will stay with the Rebels after the jump ball. Brought to you by Mound Valley Cattle Company. That's Eddie and Todd Jensen out of Thatcher, Idaho, wishing the Rebels good luck. Crawford Trough inbound. Peterson makes one cut to the left. Space up in a bunny. 34-15 for the Rebels. Cole, right side, just inside the arc. A block by Darlene Peterson, who closes the gap on the right side wing. Rebels in transition. Inside feed. Stoddard steps in front of Mackenzie Smith. And Smith got touched, right? Well, she touched the out-of-bounds line, and that's going to be a turnover. ICS across the timeline. Cole is going to go left. Stoddard inside. Up into the arms of a couple Rich Rebels, and now a jump ball on the left elbow as Lunsford uses her speed to track it down. She thought she had better possession, but instead, possession arrows will be in favor of the Lions. Good cut inside. Lunsford puts it up with the right hand and good. Smith for three. Short. Falls out of bounds. Peterson bouncing it off of our referee as she dove into the padding trying to save it. Lucy Cole calling for somebody to do the inbound here. Timeout taken. Independent Software Solutions timeout. It's tough to take a forced timeout at work because your computer goes down. Solve the problem and avoid unwanted timeouts. Call Independent Software Solutions today at 307-789-1978. We'll take a break here. Come back to you in a second. 98.3, The Wildlife.
Whether you're kicking up dust in the hills, making waves down on the lake, or taking advantage of the world's greatest powder, don't just hope to have fun. Take that sled by the handlebars and make your time at Bear Lake epic. Epic Recreation rents equipment and cabins for your vacation sleds and more. Epic Recreation has it all to go on-road, off-road, or out on the Caribbean blue water. Book your adventure at epicrecreation.net.
Here we go back for the continuation of our Epic Recreation third quarter. Again, a statistic that you have to keep in mind It was 12-7 at the end of the first quarter. Rich outscored the ICS Lions 16-3 in the second. And now into the third, ICS starting to come away with a few points. They've got 7 here, matching the Rich Rebels in the point department. 4:26 left here in the third quarter. Stolen away here, Lunsford puts it into the arms of Lamborn on the left side wing, and then the Rebels take it into their own hands for the offensive set. Lutz, right side wing, goes up to the top for Lamborn. It's going to work its way inside now. Darlene with an ICS Lion draped on her back. Puts it off the glass. Good post move. 36-17. Lucy Cole losing the basketball. Rebels track it down again, working up the far sideline. Lutz, right-hand dribble, goes into the middle for McKee. Another dribble drive, kick out at the top of the arc. Lutz, Smith over the top for Darlene Peterson, who puts in another one. Another great feed from the outside in. And now Plains Tire points in the paint. Coming in droves for the Rich Rebels. Now ICS wanting to match that. Becca Vorner, a long three from Lunsford. That one on the near corner. And I have to say that I had to be sure that was last touched by the Rebels. But I guess they're going to give it to the Rebels going the other way. Taylor McKee into Ambria Lutz. I thought for sure that the Rebels touched that ball. I saw it from a ways away. And the Rebels reacted like they had touched it last, but instead they're going to give it to the Rebels. Now in their offensive set, dribble, handoff, McKee pumps once, gives it up to the top. Lutz into the paint. High. Losing the basketball, goes right in, and Bryn Smith comes away with it. Stoddard feeding inside. Firkin, a huge block. Ambria Lutz tracking it down from behind and swatting that one into the padding underneath their basket. Defense and a mass substitution coming up for the Rebels. Grohl, Pugmire, Taylor, and Argyle coming in. The only one that's going to stay is Ambria Lutz from the initial starting 5. Inbound in. Firkin loses her man, puts it up off the front, short. Pugmire with a defensive rebound. Pitching it back to Lutz. Calmly coming across the timeline. She's going to go out to the right for Taylor, keeping it in a safe position. It's going to work out here to the left. Inside, cutting. Taylor with back to the basket. Gives it back to Grohl. Grohl short on that floater. Ripped away by Smith. Stoddard pushing it quickly up the far sideline. And she's going to lose control, and it will go out into the far corner. Stoddard with another turnover. Ambria Lutz scooping it up and coming across the half-court line out to the right. Violet Taylor goes right into the body of Savannah Firkin. Firkin can do nothing other than foul to try and avoid points easy. She'll try and make Taylor earn it the hard way. Taylor to the Bear Lake Realty free throw line. That's the most experienced and highest volume realtor in the Bear Lake Valley, Gary and Amber McKee. First shot, short. Taylor has not been on from the free throw line in this game. Has a chance now to correct that one. And she does. 39-17, Rich Rebels out in front. Again, here comes ICS, a back cut, but Violet Taylor read it all the way. She did not give up any ground. Ambria Lutz going against 3 ICS Rebels, a kick out. Grohl inside the arc. That one's going to be off to the right, air ball. Falls out of bounds. Grohl had space. She put it up. All smiles from Grohl and company, but that one kind of got away from him. Smith to Cole. Cole's taken over point guard duties so far as ICS is without Morgan Zandberg. Smith, after a chest pass inside from Lunsford. No good. ICS going back into their defense. Rich Rebels missing the layup, and now ICS back on offense. Long three from Stoddard. This one off the glass. Long rebound collected by Stoddard. Stoddard back into the paint. Violet Taylor hangs onto her arm, makes it difficult, so they're going to do it the other way around. This time McKenna Stoddard will go to the line with a chance for 2. McKenna Stoddard, using every part of the rim and the backboard, knocks that one home. 1:31 left here in our Epic Recreation third quarter. Pending the free throw. That one short. Pugmire working hard against Lane Lunsford to rip it away. McKee across again into her offensive set. They're now going from right to left. McKee motioning, getting people into position, goes left to Taylor inside. Argyle goes in between the double team and a travel violation. Ellie Argyle took one too many steps there as she tried to go into the teeth of the defense. It wasn't going to be a clean shot if she did get it up anyway. No good in a turnover, 39-18. Still an advantage for the Rich Rebels. Lunsford up to the top. Smith, back cut, no good on the left side, so they're going to work it out to the right. Cole drives right side baseline. Bailed out by Stoddard. Again, a long 3. That one off the back of the iron, no good, high up in the air. McKee pushing it all the way, gets in the way, and Stoddard tried to make it difficult. No good on the layup attempt, but Taylor McKee's going to go to the line. McKee finding her footing, puts that one up and good. Now hitting the 40-point mark, the Rebels out in the lead by 22. We get a nice little cheer from the ICS bench. Does not face McKee, though, as she puts that second one home, 41-18. Cole. McKee will meet her at half court. They're going to go on to the near corner. Smith up for Lunsford. Lunsford up to Stoddard. Far pass and a jumper on the far baseline. No good by ICS. Collected by Pugmire in the near corner. McKee into Ellie Argyle, who was left alone. Just defense wasn't there in time for ICS, and a big hole exploited by the Rich Rebels. Easy buckets for Ellie Argyle. Smith, jumper, right side elbow, shoots out to the right, gets her own rebound, and now Argyle and Smith coming after it. And this time Firkin high up in the air. That one off the back of the iron. Outlet to McKee. McKee into the paint, just inside the arc, shoots it up and good. Buzzer beater by Taylor McKee, and a candidate for our precision play of the game. McKee nailing that buzzer beater at the very end, just a hair inside the arc. And that's going to lead us to the end of our third quarter. Your third quarter score, Rich 45, ICS 18. We'll come back to you in just a moment after hearing from our sponsors on a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Sports. MyLocalRadio.com.
This presentation on MyLocalRadio.com is also brought to you in part by Hoover Chiropractic. With over 3 decades of experience, Dr. Todd Hoover can help you with all the chiropractic work you need, plus x-rays, blood work, a weight loss program, and can help you get rid of allergies and migraines. Dr. Todd Hoover with Hoover Chiropractic in Evanston.
Now you've got a safe and secure place to store your boat, RV, ATVs, and other vehicles right in town. T-Bar Body Shop offers storage for just $35 per month. Long and short-term storage options are available. Of course, T-Bar Body Shop also offers custom bodywork when you have an accident. We work with your insurance directly and get the job done right. T-Bar Body Shop offers a wide range of services. Stop in today and see all the ways T-Bar can serve you. 515 County Road, Evanston. Let T-Bar fix your car.
Welcome back, Rich Rebel fans, to the start of our Bear Lake Memorial Hospital fourth quarter. Rich Rebels have kept the lead and had it in a comfortable fashion the majority of the game. They're sitting on a 45-18 lead right now to start our fourth quarter. Pugmire with the feet inside, step back, jumper, good. 3 feet out, Pugmire spinning off of her defender right in the center of the paint. Puts that one up and good. Cole works it inside. It will bounce off of a Rich Rebel. It will stay with ICS underneath the Rebel basket. Cole, inbound duties. Screens at the elbows. Swapping in, Cole tried to find somebody and tried to go out into the far corner for Stoddard. Taylor was there to bump that one out of bounds. It will stay with ICS. This time just farther outside on the far side of the basket. Another inbound on the baseline inside Stoddard. And another Becca Varner. Both going after it, but the Rebels come away with it. Grohl shooting in. Tried to feed inside on the opposite block for Pugmire. Stolen away again. The Rich Rebels taking away on the outlet pass from ICS. Left side Grohl. Couple dribbles, crossover, good defense into Pugmire. Pugmire with the back to the basket. Push shot off the glass, good. Pugmire, last 4 points for the Rich Rebels, and now we're up 49-18. Varner walking with the basketball. She tried to give that one up, but the defense cut off her passing lane, and then she just took an extra step again here on the right side. Turnover, and the Rebels back with the basketball. Just under 7 minutes left in the ball game. Violet Taylor works it right side to Grohl. Inside again, just too high of a pass. Ellie Argyle collects it on the far baseline, goes out beyond the arc. Grohl, floater, no good. Lunsford was there. Outlet out here to Stoddard. Long three, Varner. That one's really long. Bounces off of Firkin, who didn't think that it was going to go that far, and it will roll out of bounds. Haiti Pugmire with a Crawford Trough inbound to Violet Taylor. Taylor, no pressure, no hurry as she goes across the timeline from right to left. Grohl up to the top for Pugmire. High above her head, driving in, kick out to the left side. Violet across the court, bounces off of the foot of Grohl, and now a reset for the Rebels. Stoddard read that screen very well, stole it away. She's going to go coast to coast, up with the right hand and good. Easy buckets, a steal and a score for McKenna Stoddard. 49-20. Pugmire working her way all the way down the court. Tingy up and underneath. Close, danced on the front of the rim. Tingy had a good look. Will not go. 5:45 left. Stoddard goes right into the body of Ellie Argyle, and then our first offensive foul of the game, I believe. Stoddard bounces right into Ellie Argyle, and Argyle had established position on the right side. Elbow will go the other way. Taylor, again, dancing across the line. Left side, Tingy. Back up, left elbow, Pugmire. High off her fingertips. Good shot right at the left elbow. Past the 50-point mark, 51-20 for the Rebels. 5:20 left in the ball game. Varner, right shoulder, dribbles inside. Handoff, Stoddard bounces it off of her shin, collects herself. Up to the top for Cole. Stoddard, three ball, off the glass, no, comes back. Lunsford, offensive rebound. Now Varner, an offensive rebound. Jump ball after ICS had a few chances at it. Hannah Scott to check into the ball game, as well as Araya Ostler. Ostler comes in for Violet Taylor. Inbound for ICS up to the top. Stoddard for three, way beyond the arc. That one's good. Stoddard finds her footing, knocks down the three ball home on the right shoulder. 51-23. Grohl, dribble, kick out. Araya Ostler. That one was close. That rattled out. Had a good look. Araya did not have it. Grohl inside the paint, steps in front of Savannah Firkin and deflects that one out of bounds on the fast break from ICS. 4:38. Cole, inbound, 5 seconds, close, barely got it off, stolen away by Tingy. Tingy was in the right place at the right time, stealing it away. She's got numbers, goes into Stoddard, has to stop. Goes up for Grohl at the very top. Grohl, per request of her coach, resets the offense. Araya Osler to the right side, Tingy inside, Scott. Caught up in traffic, dips it back out, Tingy left side for Grohl. Grohl, couple dribbles, back up inside of the free throw line, back cut, and Tingy had a good look and had a lane. She probably could have gone up with it with the right hand, but was trying to be unselfish to give it up to Hannah Scott. That's a turnover, though, as she got called for a travel violation. ICS working it beyond the arc now on the right side. Vorner up for Firkin. Step back jumper, that one left a little bit short. Firkin has had good looks, has made her own space, but she hasn't been able to put the ball in the basket at a consistent level yet. Tingy. Tingy loses her balance, and we get a delayed whistle as Tingy lost her footing, and I think she got fouled maybe a second and a half before. Our official's going to call that as on a push call, I believe on McKenna Stoddard. So Smith has come in to replace her. Crawford Trough inbound right in front of the Rebel bench as Tingy is basically standing on a chair. Looking up, goes up to the top for Grohl. Right side dribble, then back to the left. Grohl passes, chest pass to Araya Osler. Offensive foul, and our second one of the game, this time on Araya Osler. She tried to make her own space, extended her forearm on the far wing. Passing that one off. Turnover, here comes ICS. Cole, again, across the timeline, thought about the three from beyond the arc, gives it up to Smith, who drives from the right side corner, missing that one. Gets her own rebound out on the left side now. Up to the top, Vorner, guarded by Hannah Scott. Firkin takes a drive on Grohl, and it goes into the arms of Tingy. Cassidy Grohl getting a call from Coach Lundgren. A screen from Hannah Scott goes right, all the way off the glass. That time it's too high, and ICS rips it away from Hannah Scott. Araya Osler trying to cut off Cole on the right side. She takes a desperation three, not in transition, really not in kind of off balance. I think ICS just trying to get some points up right now as it is 2:30 left in the ball game. Rich up 51-23. Rich Rebels' own Casey Wilson set to check into the ball game in just a moment. Stepping right in front of the pass in front of Hannah Scott. Vorner steals it away, and now right side Lunsford. Switching up in between, and a foul. Goes in between two Rebels here inside the paint. Got fouled on the arm. Lunsford will go to the line, the freshman, for some free points. Late in our ball game. Brought to you by Bear Lake Memorial Hospital. Lunsford's first shot off the glass and good. The bank is open at 7-11 on a Friday for Elaine Lunsford. Timeout taken here before the next shot. We'll take it as well. Come back to you in 30 seconds on a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Sports.
For years, people from all over have counted on the competent staff and first-class facilities at Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier, Idaho. Consistently named one of the top rural hospitals in the country, Bear Lake Memorial Hospital provides a wide range of treatments, no matter what you need. Whether it be a simple visit to their expanded ER, a visit to their in-house MRI machine, or if you need more advanced treatments like chemotherapy or dialysis. The staff at Bear Lake Memorial Hospital cares about your health and will do everything they can to help you. Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier, Idaho, the most caring hospital on earth.
Welcome back to the conclusion of the fourth quarter. 2:13 left. The Rich Rebels up 51-24, and a mass substitution we will see now, as we'll see a couple underclassmen come in to get some valuable minutes. This game all but wrapped up. Currently, the Rich Rebels are out by 27 points. So now's the time to see what the Rich Rebel underclassmen can do if ICS trying to get some balls in the basket. First-year head coach Anthony Lewis talking to the ICS girls as Elaine Lunsford will go to the line for her second shot, which seemed like an eternity ago, but it was only it was probably just a minute. Shot up, this time high off the back iron, tracked down by Hannah Scott. Cassidy Grohl walking across the midcourt line from right to left. Chest pass to Araya Osler. Back up to the top. Casey Wilson has checked into the ball game as we're getting a progression of shots. Long from Janie Walentine. No, that one wanted to go. A foul. Vorner on Hannah Scott. Scott got the offensive rebound and put it back immediately, and Vorner put her arms in a position where it's just going to make it not technically, it is a foul. Shot by Scott. Long comes right back to her, no good. 1:52 left in the ball game for the girls. Second one, this time corrected. Scott puts that one home. Cole, and I don't think ICS has really subbed much in this entire ball game. Long three from Smith. Off the far glass, collected by Araya Osler. She's on the stat sheet. Besides an offensive foul, now she's got a rebound. Araya Osler goes left for Grohl, high above her head. Thought about the cutting Casey Wilson. Instead, Janie Walentine. Dribble underneath, bounce pass. Hannah Scott working against Vorner. Pulls it back out to the top. Picked up her dribble, and Grohl comes up to save her. Grohl drives left into the paint, floats it high. Dances around, no good. Rebels bouncing it off a couple players like a ping pong ball. Janie Walentine for three. That one's off the front of the rim. Another offensive rebound. Grohl in the right place. Lunsford steps into a passing lane on the left side block. It bounces off of her fingers and goes out of bounds. 58 seconds left before the conclusion of this game. All but wrapped up. The Rich Rebels trying to get it in there one more time perhaps. Wilson. Grohl for three. That's good. Cassidy Grohl has hit some big shots in this game and make that one of them here on the near corner. Three. Lunsford. Tried to drive around Araya Osler like a statue right on the right block. Bounces off of her foot, goes out of bounds. Another inbound for ICS. Cole high up. Scott contesting Lunsford on the right side wing. Goes into the corner. Vorner back up to the top. Works its way to the opposite side. Ball kind of in position, stolen away, Casey Wilson. Wilson goes into the body of Savannah Firkin. No call here. Just missed a layup. Now at midcourt, Hannah Scott steals it away from Smith. Long three, Janie Walentine. No good. Jump ball after the missed three from Walentine. Crawford trough inbound, Casey Wilson into Scott. Long three, and Grohl will dribble out the clock, and that will be your final score. Rich, 55. ICS, 24. All right, we'll come back for our abbreviated post-game coverage in 30. Thank you for joining us, Cody Olsen, here on mylocalradio.com in the booth on a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Sports.
Hello, Hello, this is Dr. McKay Frankham. As a dentist in Evanston for over 20 years now, my mission has always been to provide quality dental care for people of all ages at reasonable prices. I'm a detail-oriented person, and it's important to me to stay current on new dental procedures and protocols that can help my patients have the best experience and have the best results. Over the years, I've also worked to keep my overhead low so that I can pass those savings on to my patients. I believe everyone deserves quality dental care. Please call us today at 307-789-8910.
This presentation on mylocalradio.com is also brought to you in part by Hoover Chiropractic. With over 3 decades of experience, Dr. Todd Hoover can help you with all the chiropractic work you need, plus x-rays, blood work, a weight loss program, and can help you get rid of allergies and migraines. Dr. Todd Hoover with Hoover Chiropractic in Evanston.
As high school sports fans, we know that sometimes you have to drive a long way to get to the next game. If you find yourself on the side of the road, remember that Freeway Tire in Evanston offers service calls and roadside assistance 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's a great idea to have your vehicle serviced, tires checked, and oil changed to make sure it's in top shape before your next long drive. Visit Freeway Tire today, your locally owned and operated tire shop. Freeway Tire, 217 Bear River Drive, Evanston.
Welcome back to our abbreviated post-game coverage. First up, the Jimmy John's Freaky Fast Recap. Gourmet sandwiches made fresh every day, 113 Front Street in Evanston. Our Freaky Fast Recap, first quarter, Rich goes up 12-7 after a huge 3 by Taylor McKee. Halftime score, 28-10. ICS only able to score 3 points in the second quarter. Finally, they were able to kind of unlock the lid from the basket a little bit going into the third quarter. After the end of 3, McKee hits a buzzer beater to make it 45-18, and then your final score, 55-24. The Rich Rebels take care of ICS here in ICS in the girls program. Our precision play of the game today brought to you by Dr. McKay Frankham Precision Family Dentistry at affordable prices. Call 307-789-8910. That will go to Cassidy Grohl, a huge three-pointer at the very end of the game, and she was stellar. Want to recognize her big 3 at the very end of the game. Cassidy Grohl coming up big and played for a large majority of the game, taking care of point guard duties at the very end. All right, our player of the game brought to you by LSR Refrigerated is going to go to Taylor McKee. McKee was also stellar, being a facilitator, finding those assists and making the offense run smoothly. Thank you for joining us here for our post-game coverage. We're about 11 minutes away from the boys' tip-off. We'll go there in just a moment. Thanks for joining us. All right, welcome to the boys' post-game, the boys' pregame show. Our pregame show today brought to you by Gary Tusher, CPA in Montpelier. Gary Tusher knows agricultural taxes. Go to him as it is tax season. Prepared by a professional that understands personal business and agricultural taxes. We'll hear from Gary Tusher. We'd also like to thank J-Bar Excavation. That's the team, the equipment, and the experience to get the job done. J-Bar Excavation in Randolph. Stop in today. Our scene set between the Rich Rebels and the ICS Lions. Here we go as Rich, currently 18th in the RPI prior to the win against Cokeville. A nail-biter last night versus Cokeville. They made me really sweat at the end, as well as Rich Rebel fans. A missed floater and a putback at the very end, which could have put it in overtime. Rich comes away with a win against Cokeville, which they lost to the first time around. Cokeville showed poise, but the Rebels showed great maturity and improvement since they last played them. The ICS Lions 6-12 and 2-3 in region, trying to overcome 3-game losing streak as well. In the middle mix in region, they're 2-3. Got to keep an eye out for Peyton Lunsford, who leads this team in points per game at 16, assists at 4, and steals 3. This ICS Lions team averages about 45 points per game on average and 21 rebounds per game. We'll see if they can test the Rich Rebels inside the paint and hit from beyond the arc. That has been our scene set today, brought to you by J-Bar Excavation. We'll come back to you in 30 seconds, continue our Gary Tusher CPA pregame show. on a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Boys Basketball, 98.3 The Wildlife.
Whether you're looking for gravel, sand, topsoil, rock, or other materials for your excavation or landscaping project, trust the experienced, knowledgeable team at J-Bar Excavation, specializing in sale and delivery of the materials you need to finish your project. J-Bar Excavation in Randolph, Utah has the team, the tools, and the plan to help you create exactly what you're looking for. J-Bar does quality work that fits your schedule and your budget. Call J-Bar Excavation today, 435-793-5855. When you enter the city limits of the town of Woodruff, the sign welcomes you to the town of coldest temps and warmest hearts. Settled in 1870, we celebrate the values of kindness, compassion, and friendliness, knowing that a community's greatness may best be measured by the compassionate actions of its members. Mayor Scott Savey and council members Raymond Franson, Millie Bradshaw, Seiko Webb, and Monica Schultes, with clerk Lisa Bell, welcome you and say,
Go Ridge Rebels!
At the Evanston Walmart, you'll find all the tools students need to succeed. Our team is committed to providing quality products and an excellent shopping experience. Stop in today. 125 North 2nd Street, Evanston. Walmart. Save money, live better.
Welcome back to our pregame coverage. Thanks to the town of Woodruff, I'm able to eat with one of our amazing student athletes. Let's go ahead and hear from Taylor Walker. Rich Rebel fans, I'm here again on Rebel on Record, another special time here in winter that I can meet up with outstanding students, outstanding student athletes. People have a story, and I'm here with Taylor Walker. Taylor, I mean, it's been great to be able to catch up with you even prior to how our interview started. I think the first question I have to ask is it fun to have Mom in the stands? She has so much passion. What is it like being out there with Mom, being such a big cheerleader?
It's kind of, you see it coming because that's how Grandma is and everyone on that side of the family is. So it's not a big shocker, but it also can be a little weird at times and embarrassing. But you got to love that they're into it as much as you are. So,
do you feel like they share the same amount of passion for cheering for you that you have for basketball in general?
I think so, a little bit. It's a little different. I think they're a little more protective than they maybe are, like wanting you to win or whatever. They're more like, I gotta protect my baby, Mm-hmm. So it's a little interesting, but.
Do you feel like you get the majority of that being the youngest?
Actually, probably not. I think because I'm the youngest, I get to see what the others do. And so I get to become more of the favorite. So I think I do get a little more like they expect a little bit more from me.
Being the youngest is a blessing and a curse, so I hear, right? Taylor, talk to me a little bit about what it's like being in basketball. I mean, the sport of basketball. How did you get interested in it?
My dad's kind of like helped me and Trey through it. Since we were little. We've been in flag football, junior jazz, junior buffs is what it was called around our area. So it's kind of just been sports since we were younger. So it's just kind of been what we do as a family and stuff. So basketball just for me was my favorite of the different things. I used to be a big soccer player, but that kind of, faded away when it came to having to decide a sport to do. So I think basketball just was more my sport than any of the others,
Basketball is such a team sport. You get out there, you get to share a little bit with Trey out on the court, and you get to make your own friends, be part of a team. What is it like just being here out at Rich and sharing that time with a lot of the guys?
It's good. It's definitely interesting. It can be fun, but it can also be hard to be on a team with your sibling because you want to have fun together and you have a little bit more of a bond than you might have with other players, but at the same time all siblings fight, and so it makes it so that when you do fight as like teammates, it's a little more than just teammates fighting. It's more of you expected better of them, things like that. But I really enjoy the people around here, and I really enjoy that it's a smaller community because you're not just another number. You're actually a person that people notice and stuff. So I think that allows you to have more of a say when it comes to things, and I think that makes it a lot easier to fit in around here.
We can talk about Trey all we want, and I'm gonna get him on an interview. But I'll ask you one question about Trey. Who's more competitive? Like when it comes down to it, is it a toss up?
I think it's weird because it's almost equal, but it's the way we treat it. Trey gets a little more aggressive competitively. I get a little bit more like upset, but I don't really do too much about it because he is bigger and I know I can't take him. So I think either I'm more competitive or we share the same competitiveness, but I think he shows it a bit more.
It's like you guys are brothers or something, like you share the same blood. We talked a little bit before about how much basketball means for you and just being able to be out there on the court, being active and stuff like that. Can you talk to me a little bit about how you developed that appreciation for being able to exercise and to be out on the court?
Well, being out of like school and just activities in general for the longest time kind of put into perspective the tiny things. Like at one point it was tough to get up and get dressed in the morning, so being able to be out there and actually keep up with the kids and have them not treat you as someone lower, like they treat you as if you're someone else, that does put a little more pressure on you because you can't just you have to kind of keep up with them. Like you can't just like do the little things and then be like, oh, that's fine. But I think it's good because it also pushes me to get better and better. So I think being out of it for so long has pushed me to want to do it more. And I think it's made it funner in the long run. Like I'm already thinking about next year and this summer training for it. So I think that's pretty much all my mind's on other than school these days.
That was my interview with Taylor Walker. That kid is an absolute stud. I absolutely love everybody at Rich High School, and this kid, I mean, just mature beyond his years. Super fun to be able to catch up with him. That was part of our Town of Woodruff Outstanding Student. We're now going to go and thank T7 Propane in Woodruff for all your propane needs. Call 435-793-4208 for allowing us to meet with our head coaches. We're going to catch up with Coach Cornea maybe later. As the boys look ready to play, we're getting ready for our starting lineup in just a moment. Take a quick second. Come back to you in just a moment. 98.3 The Wildlife.
Whether it's for your home, your ranch, your equipment, or your business, when you need propane, count on the best. T7 Propane in Woodruff. The safe and professional team at T7 Propane offers quality product and the most responsive propane service in the area, so you can enjoy the affordability, reliability, and efficiency of propane. For heating, cooking, grilling, motor fuel, and more, count on the team at T7 for your personal or business propane needs. 435-793-4208.
Two of the things you work hardest for in life are your family and your money. Taking care of the money you earn is an important part of taking care of your family. Gary Tusher, CPA of Montpelier, Idaho, is a rancher who's also provided professional tax preparation and financial services for more than 30 years.
When it comes to taxes and your money, make sure it's handled the best way possible. Call me today, 208-847-2601.
Riley Carrillo and Noah Perry, part of our starting lineup here for the Rich Rebels, followed by Jaden Cornea. We might hear from Jaden Cornea at halftime. It was fun to catch up with him pregame. Hunter Pace and Carter Hoffman, the freshman. All right, here we go as we get ready for the ICS Lions. Scott Florell, Keaton Okino, and then number 25, Isaiah Longoria. Number 14, Dimitri Burke. and Peyton Lunsford. That is your starting 5 for ICS as we get ready for tip-off coming up. Your ICS Lions and your Rich Rebels ready to square it off here. We'll pause for legal station identification.
You're tuned in to Rich Rebel Sports on KADQ Evanston.
Welcome back here as we now get ready for the opening tip-off. Riley Carrillo standing in the half circle, ready to meet the one who will challenge him. A reset of everything that we have now. As our scoreboard wants to say, it's the 8th quarter. I don't think that's correct. Tip-off coming up here between Lunsford and Carrillo. I mean, height-wise, they both look very, very similar. I think they're the same size. Fun fact, I did not get to tip it off as much when I was in high school because I'm a little shorty. Okay, here's come Carrillo and Lunsford. Carrillo gets that one out to the right side. A quick layup from Pace. Rolls off the back iron. No good. Ball up for grabs. Lunsford comes away with it down the right sideline. He's pushing it. Gets it up to the top here. Longoria out to the left. Florell, and then up to Lunsford again. A little reset for the ICS Lions. Faking it right, going left. Lunsford had a back cut. Decided not to take it. Feeds inside after the pick and roll. A missed opportunity and a missed layup by Dimitri Burke. Right side, Hoffman on the right side shoulder. Couple dribbles, sets it up back for Cornea, who's going to reset the offense for the Rich Rebels. So 2 missed layups for either team. And now somebody trying to get back in to tempo. Cornea on the far sideline up to the top. Long 3, Hunter Pace looks good, is good. Big 3 ball by Hunter Pace. Those 3 balls, keep track of them because they're keeping track of all the 3 balls that are happening today, brought to you by mylocalradio.com. ICS, after giving up the 3 ball into their offense, Burke. Dribble handoff up to the very top. Florell, right side, Lunsford. Lunsford does not want to dribble the basketball. Okino, long 3, wanted to bounce it in. The bank not open on him. Not open on that one. Rich Rebels back here again. Now they're on offense. Up 3-0, 6:42 left in the first quarter. Cornea feeds to Pace at the top of the arc. Now Carrillo on the right side shoulder, back for Pace. Pace taking the first 2 shots of the game. He's 50%, missed the layup, but then made the harder shot, which was beyond the arc. Working it left. Pace, left elbow, up to the top for Hoffman. Faked right, went left. A hybrid zone almost. I know they're in, the Lions are in man as they're flowing with everything the Rich Rebels are showing them very well. Carrillo sealing off his defender, gets a feed, puts it up with the right hand. The Rich Rebels up 5-0 against ICS. Lunsford, crossover, goes into the body of Noah Perry. And we get a hand check on Noah Perry. So ICS will take it out underneath the Rich Rebel basket here on the near side of the basket. Okino goes far out to the far corner. Lunsford spins around, gets blocked by Hunter Pace. Big block by Hunter Pace. Pace high up for Carrillo after the feed, and Carrillo gets fouled. Pace and Carrillo working together in tandem. They've been the ones that have gotten points so far, and you know what we saw earlier in the year from the Rich Rebels, a slow start, kind of slogging along. Sometimes Coach Cornea had to call a couple timeouts, and now the Rich Rebels in this game coming out very strong. First shot up for Carrillo on the Bear Lake Realty free throw line, up and good. 6-0. All right, second shot coming up for Carrillo. Gets into his progression. Puts that one up and rattles out. Danced off the back and the front. Still is going to stay 6-0. Lunsford driving with the left hand. Scoops it up. Leaves it short. Bounces in between the backdrop and the rim. Cornea goes left for Pace. 2 dribbles. Out to the right side baseline. Cornea up for Carrillo. Open 3. Steps in. No good. Off to the front. Hoffman wrestling it away. Puts it up and good. After the offensive rebound, and Rich, all smiles, all cheers. Hoffman getting mauled into the huddle. He goes. Good time for us to step into our Bear Lake Realty fan cam. Your new home in Bear Lake is one phone call away. Gary and Amber McKee want to be the ones to help you with that. That's 435-946-8888. Another good time for us to talk about the Rich School District. The Rich School District excels students, is there for them, and wants them to succeed. They know quality education. They want these fantastic students to be college and or career ready. And most of the students graduate having college credits underneath their belt already. Advertise where you'll get noticed at mylocalradio.com, just like the Rich School District. All right, still in the first quarter, the Rich Rebels up 8-0 after they've screamed out. After the pregame, I mean, they've started the game incredibly strong. Shots from Pace, Carrillo, and Hoffman now have the Rebels in a good position. Up by 8, 5:16 left. Lunsford, dribble handoff on the left for Florell. Lunsford gets his pocket picked. Here come the Rich Rebels in transition. That was Noah Perry able to get it there. Cornea gets it out to Hoffman on the right side wing. Florell is there to meet him. Up to the top, Perry, now left side. Cornea, after flowing down the baseline, gets it up to the top for Pace. Right-hand dribble, stutter inside. Carrillo, no shot before Carrillo got the shot off. Carrillo gets called for the offensive foul. Florell into Peyton Lunsford. Florell leads Okino on the far side, who had to come up to save him. Okino left side, Lunsford pumps, goes in, feeds out to Dimitri Burke. Stutter shot for Lunsford, no good. Board by Hunter Pace. Pace tried to do a little no-look pass into Riley Carrillo. It's going to be deflected by Okino out the far sideline. Right in front of the ICS crowd on the ICS side of the floor. Inbound into Cornea, who's going to work it right. Looks in for Coach Cornea, getting the offensive call. They'll go left to Pace. Keeps it in good position. Cornea feeds inside. Carrillo, he'll get fouled. Carrillo is making the Lions nervous. Work hard as the game plan right now, it seems like for Rich, is to feed Riley Carrillo, and it's working. Second time to the line, Riley Carrillo comes up. First shot, good by Carrillo. ICS has yet to make a basket. They're still got a goose egg on the scoreboard with 4:16 left. Muirbrook set to check in after the shot. Second shot, Carrillo, good. Double-digit lead, 10-0 for the Rich Rebels. ICS, much like the girls, have had a hard time finding ways to get it into the basket. They have a lid on the basket right now. Lunsford taking over the point guard position, steps into a long three. That one bounces off right. Florell gets the offensive rebound, keeps it away from Hoffman on the near corner. Burke up to the top, right in front of the Rich Rebel bench. Lunsford again, crossover dribble, stolen away by Muirbrook. Good hands. Riley Carrillo, the pass was behind him, and now a baseball pass up and over the top. Back-to-back turnovers by either team. The Rich Rebels now with the ball. Hunter Pace goes across the timeline, up at the very top of the arc. Hoffman around the horn out to the left. Long three. Pace, short, bounces off. Florell able to box out Muirbrook. Muirbrook reaches inside, gets a foul. A little bit too aggressive as the Rich Rebels try to collapse in on Florell right before he crossed over the half-court line. The ICS Lions in their gray and maroon numbers, Rich in their all-black blue accents. ICS is working from right to left on your radio dial here in a very beautiful gym. Florell gets a feed, kick out to the far corner, long three, way off the top of the backboard, and it's going to touch the top of the backboard and get called out of bounds. Cornea looking over here to Coach, getting his call. Hoffman gets it on the right shoulder first, up to the top for Muirbrook. Left side, Cornea. Jabs right, goes baseline. Gets a couple lines up in the air, feeds to Carrillo. That's a good jumper from 13 feet out, right inside the arc. Carrillo has been on fire. 12-0, ICS yet to score a bucket. Florell, right side Okino. Wanted to go left, crossover behind the back, kick out. Burke to stop the streak, bounces out, no good. Back up to the top for Burke after the offensive rebound. Lunsford driving on Carrillo. That one's long, that's off the back of the iron. An offensive rebound again by Florell into the near corner and a foul called on Hoffman. So no shots and no points for the ICS after smothering defense by the Rich Rebels, but they're giving up a couple fouls. Rich has given up 3 with 2:30 left in the first quarter. Lunsford on the near sideline gets it back up to the top, working its way to the right, all the way around the arc. Florell driving against Hoffman, kick out. Burke again for 3 to stop the streak. That one's good, a 3-pointer on the left side wing. Dimitri Burke, 12-13. Getting a feed from Hoffman. Hoffman wants to go up and over the top for Muirbrook, decides not to go, instead goes to the left. 3 seconds in the key. Hunter Pace will get called for the 3 seconds in the key. And that's going to be a turnover. The Lions will take over the ball. 2:05 left here in our first quarter. We've seen a few Plains Tire points in the paint, but I mean, more often than not, we're seeing some beautiful strokes from about 15 feet out from the Rich Rebels as well. Peyton Lunsford. Up and over, works his way to the right around the arc. Moving some people around Okino, trying to screen around a couple different people. Lunsford out to the near corner. Okino up to the top, dribble drive. Burke inside, bouncing around the rim. That's a good move by Dimitri Burke. He has the only points for ICS. Score 12-5, advantage for the Rebels. Cornea works left, dribble handoff inside for Pace. And bodies go flying. Hoffman had a good look, left it long. Here comes ICS down the far sideline. Cross-court pass out to the left. Not able to keep it in bounds. That's number 25, Isaiah Longoria. Longoria loses the basketball, and now Pace after the steal. Little pitch out to Cornea. Stops left, goes right up to the top. Burke works his way through a couple screens. Pace floating, right baseline, up and in. Lunsford working up against Carrillo. Gives it up for Burke on the left side. Burke looks right, goes left. Cross-court pass over to Lunsford on the far sideline. Carrillo on an island. Back over to the left. Florell. Another foul on, no, a travel. Hoffman, suffocating defense, caused Florell to travel with the basketball right at the free throw line, and now it will go over to the Rich Rebels. Mountain Valley Cattle Company inbound. That's Eddie and Todd Jensen out of Thatcher, Idaho, wishing the Rebels good luck in all that they do. Carrillo out to the left side arc. Cornea keeps it away from a defender. Hayden Weston. No Rebels inside the arc. Long 3 from Hoffman. Holds his pose. That's good. My Local Radio 3 by Hoffman. 17-5. Lunsford out to Longoria on the right side. Okino. Lunsford cuts back up to the top. Carrillo. 2 seconds left. Long jumper off the front of the rim. No good. Hayden Weston with the rebound, and that will be the end of one. Rich up 17-5 after the first. And took a little while for ICS to get going. But Dimitri Burke scored 5 points and gets them on the board. Rich 17, ICS 5. We'll come back to you in 30 on a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Sports.
This is Gary McKee. Inviting you to call Bear Lake Realty today, 435-946-8888. Find out how you can be part of this beautiful area here with sandy beaches and private access, or the quickest way to get access to the marina in the Bear Lake area. You can have your own second home or a quarter share into those second homes for starting at $250,000, or you can start your own Airbnb investment and use it as well. Just call us and we'll teach you how to do that at Bear Lake Realty at 435-946-8888.
All right, back again. We're going to go ahead and dip into our second quarter, brought to you by Stacy's Repair. When you need a repair, take it to the ones who truly care. Stacy's Repair in Woodruff. Rich up 17-5. Good team play by the Rich Rebels, and they have it. Fallen just inside the arc. Here we go. We're going to have a special guest at halftime. One member of the girls basketball program will be joining me to talk about what's going to go down for our game at senior night against Tabiona tomorrow. But let's dip back into the boys' game. Dimitri Burke into the body of Hayden Weston, who established position. Offensive foul, and a turnover. Swap of possessions here. Our official gives it in to Noah Perry underneath his own basket, and Cornea will come to meet a defense. Cornea will get forced left, goes left to Trey Walker, gets the screen from Noah Perry up to the top, Hayden Weston. Weston looks inside, Noah Perry. And a foul there by ICS, I believe. No, it's going to be a jump ball. Excuse me, I have to correct myself. A jump ball, and then we'll stay with the Rich Rebels underneath the basket there on the far sideline. Cornea goes way up over the top for Trey Walker, right inside the half circle. Trey right-hand dribble, left hand now. Over to the left, Cornea gets a screen from Hayden Weston. Pick and roll. An offensive foul as Hayden Weston extended his arm to try and gain a little separation there on the left side wing after the pick and roll. Another foul will stay 17-5. Burke into Lunsford. No substitutions. Longoria, Florell, Okino. We get a little correction after the foul for our media bench. Burke will redo the inbound. Open over the top of Trey Walker. Lunsford all alone, goes across the timeline, looks left and goes left. Little screen, Lunsford picks up his dribble, and now he's in trouble. Feeds inside to Burke. Burke on the near corner. Florell, Longoria, and then Lunsford on the far corner. Inside Dimitri Burke. Back to Lunsford, driving into the paint, scooping it off the glass, and it should be a foul called on the Rich Rebels. Hayden Weston called for the block, and that was in the progress of shooting. Peyton Lunsford will go to the line. This is his chance to get the first points of the game. Lunsford's first shot good. That puts him on the scoreboard in the scoring department anyway, 17-6. Substitution, Hoffman's come out, Cornea's come out, Weston's come out. Back into the game, Carrillo, Pace, and Nate Woods. Second shot coming up. Up and good. Perfect from the line, Peyton Lunsford, and now only 10 points separate these teams. Rich up by 10, feed inside to Carrillo. Jumping up, rolling around, Carrillo found himself one-on-one, used his height and a little bit of luck. Ball goes in, 19-7. Longoria down on the left corner. Long three from Burke right off the front. Couple Rebels were in there to rebound. A little scoop off to Nate Woods. Nate Woods, the senior, working up against Longoria, both wearing the number 1. Pace looks up and over the top. Tried to go to Carrillo. Carrillo flopping sides wherever the ball goes. Nate Woods into the arms of Peyton Lunsford, but a travel violation called beforehand. I feel awkward sometimes because the gym goes deathly quiet at the most when I'm being the loudest. Here comes Lunsford, working it now left. Longoria, Dimitri Burke splitting a double team off the right iron. Defensive rebound by Pace, high up over the air, and that was a pass that didn't. Well, it was a good thought. It would have been on SportsCenter top 10 if it would have been collected. It would go off the fingertips of Noah Perry after a pass at half court from Hunter Pace all the way down. Lunsford again. Transition up to Okino. ICS moving, trying to get something open far corner. Okino up to the top for Farrell. Crossover in front of Pace. Lunsford. Noah Perry. Burke pumps in the lane. Another kick out, this time to the far side. Around to the left. Lunsford finally takes the three. That one's good. Good patience. Not giving up any bad shots. Lunsford finally gets it. Pace takes his own three to answer. Rolls out, no good. Offensive rebound, Carrillo. Put back, no good. And a foul on Carrillo. Dimitri Burke rolling off the sideline. I think his ankle's just a little bit rolled, and we get a substitution coming up. Coming in, Noah Hilliker. Head coach Tim Drisdom. Hilliker comes into the ballgame as Burke gets his ankle looked at. 2 shots coming up for Riley Carrillo. 5:16 left in our Stacy's Repair second quarter at the Bear Lake Realty free throw line. First one good for Carrillo. Pushes it back up to 10, 20-10. Your score, Noah Perry. Coming out, Meerbrook. Coming in, substitution-wise. On the right side of the court, Riley Carrillo. Shot is up, rolls out, bounces out, that is. Front back and in, front back and out, excuse me. Lunsford goes up the left sideline, looks out to his right, gets a crossover up to the top, gets 2 screens. On the right side wing up to the top, Okino drives against Nate Woods, a kick out to Lunsford. Carrillo v. Lunsford, now left. It is a dead sprint for the ICS Lions. As soon as someone gets open, they're taking the shot. Here comes a shot on the left side, air ball there by Hilliker, who had the space, had the room. That was in good transition. Hilliker will stay in, and Longoria is going to come out of the ball game, as Dimitri Burke has come back in to sub. Nate Woods has come out, and Cornea has come in. On the floor for the Rich Rebels, Cornea, Meerbrook, Carrillo, Pace, and Walker. Cornea on the far corner for Pace. Meerbrook tried to cut back and get around Lunsford. Lunsford poking that ball away, a deflection. He gets the ball back, crossover in front of Carrillo. Right side, Burke, 3 off the back iron, no good. Goes right into the arms of Trey Walker, who was beyond the arc. It was a long rebound. Cornea. We get an intensive clap and a lot of energy coming from Coach Drisdom. Trey Walker, right side corner, 3, no, feeds inside. Carrillo gets the offensive rebound and a putback. No good on the putback, but a foul. It's before the shot, though, so we'll get the Mound Valley Cattle Company inbound. Cornea gives it to Meerbrook on the right elbow, spinning off, falling away, good, spinning into the paint. 22-10 for the Rich Rebels. Lunsford goes, fakes right, goes left, Okino. Left his feet, kicks it out for Burke on the right side. Fakes right, goes into the paint, has a lane. Trey Walker caught on the saddle from behind. Burke scores on the layup. Cornea, right side, Walker, high above his head, feeds inside to Meerbrook. Jumper from the left elbow, short by Pace. Outlet to Lunsford on the right sideline, pushing it up, crossover into the paint, spinning off of Riley Carrillo, and a foul, no shot. It was a foul before the shot, an offensive foul. Offensive foul on Lunsford, who spun into the body of Carrillo. I think it was just him trying to hook Carrillo. Maybe that's what our officials called. It was from a different angle on the other sideline. Right side, Hoffman feeding in for Pace, who just misses. Riley Carrillo. Riley Carrillo, I mean, wound up like a baseball as he was falling out of bounds and just hucked it at an ICS line, was laying underneath the baseline. Completely legal, trying to keep the possession for the Rich Rebels. It just looked like a big man hucking a basketball at somebody. Carrillo triple teamed. Cornea driving in, left alone. Meerbrook right side, floating up and good. Just on the right side block, 24-12. Lunsford and Carrillo right at the very top of the arc. Lunsford wanted to go left, is denied from Cornea's defense. Dimitri Burke drives against Hoffman. ICS, Okino found space. On the floor before the drive, ICS found space. And we're going to get a foul on Cornea as he grabbed Okino before he drove in. Out of bounds play underneath the basket. Burke and Hoffman into Lunsford. One dribble pump up to the top. Hilliker for three on the right side. Good. (24-15), 2 minutes and 15 seconds left before halftime. Pace gets a screen for Meerbrook. Meerbrook pushing the shot. No good on the right block. Lunsford working in front of the media bench and on the left sideline. Out into the corner. Three for ICS off the back iron. High. Cornea ripping it off. Cornea into the body of Burke. Falling away. Blocking foul called on Dimitri Burke. Cornea goes sliding out the baseline. He threw it up with the right couple fingers just off his fingertips and then did not go. I think it was a foul before the shot. Carrillo up to the top. Cornea after the inbound. Mound Valley Cattle Company rebound. Carrillo, I think it's going to be a walk. Carrillo couldn't move his body and contorted it in a way that his feet kind of got all mixed up. Only 9 points separating these teams. ICS trying to crawl back into this thing after they were going cold from the field at the very beginning. They've been going toe-to-toe with the Rich Rebels since the first quarter. Florell feeding inside to Okino. That's a good 1-2. Okino flew in from the very top of the arc, flashed inside, got the feed. Up with the left hand scoop. 24-17. Meerbrook into Carrillo, and Carrillo just using his strength and his body to get in and find space. Another easy bucket after the find from the top. ICS, Okino. Three on the left side, high, no good. Meerbrook rips it down with the right hand after the missed three. Cornea wanted to go fast, instead got called off. Coach Cornea calling the Dogs off, going a little slow. Left side pace. 30 seconds left before halftime. Cornea on the right shoulder, dribbles up to the very top to reset. Goes right, Hoffman. One dribble, stop up to the top. Carrillo works left for Cornea. Cornea beyond the arc. Here we go, 11 seconds left. Cornea up to the top, Pace, right side, and Hoffman and Pace not on the same page. Pace thought Hoffman was going to stay. Hoffman went, and the last shot opportunity given up by the Rich Rebels after a miscommunication and a turnover. Ball went out of bounds on the near sideline right next to the ICS bench. Lunsford is going to go one-on-one, 3 seconds left. He loses the basketball. 1 second. Heave from Carrillo off to the right, no good. Your halftime score will be 26-17, advantage for the Rich Rebels. All right, we'll go ahead, take a quick breather, come back to you in just a moment on a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Sports on 98.3 The Wildlife.
You rely on your vehicle every day. Make sure your ride gets the best service, repairs, and maintenance possible. Stacy's Repair in Woodruff provides the highest quality, the latest technology, and the newest equipment to give your vehicle the absolute best auto care available. Family owned and operated since 1992, your friends at Stacy's Repair promise to always deliver value and outstanding, honest, and knowledgeable service, regardless of repair size or difficulty. Stacy's Repair, the ones who truly care.
Randolph, Utah is a town of extremes. At an elevation of 6,300 feet, with temperatures over 90 in the summer and often 40 below in the winter, the folks who call Randolph home have to be a hardy crew. Maybe that is one reason why the simple things in life mean so much to Rich County. Residents value hard work, education, a value for God, family, and country, and being a good neighbor. Mayor Sim Bell and the town board, Melanie Lim, Clay Barker, Brandon Hatch, and Frank Sano, support the Rich Rebels and hope that you can come back often.
For years, people from all over have counted on the competent staff and first-class facilities at Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier, Idaho. Consistently named one of the top rural hospitals in the country, Bear Lake Memorial Hospital provides a wide range of treatments no matter what you need. Whether it be a simple visit to their expanded ER, a visit to their in-house MRI machine, or if you need more advanced treatments like chemotherapy or dialysis. The staff at Bear Lake Memorial Hospital cares about your health and will do everything they can to help you. Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier, Idaho, the most caring hospital on earth.
Signage is a critical part of your business. It helps customers find your front door. Rocky Mountain Sign will provide you with expertly designed signs, LEDs, channel letters, as well as skillfully cut signage using wood, metal, plastic, and other mediums to help your customers find you with high-quality signage. Using the best technology, designs, and installation by Rocky Mountain Sign. Your signage says a lot about your business. Work with the professionals at Rocky Mountain Sign, 243 7th Street in Evanston, Wyoming.
They say the three most important things in life for many people are their faith, their family, and their high school sports. And not necessarily in that order. Advertise where you'll get noticed. Call My Local Radio and become a sports advertiser today. Welcome to the halftime show, brought to you by the Crawford Trough, the place to eat and drink. At the half, the score on the Station on Main scoreboard reads the Rich Rebels 26, ICS 17. ICS coming back a little bit, finding their groove, and they're making it a little bit closer than what it was after the end of one. Now we've got a little bit of a ball game. ICS has the momentum right now, and Rich trying to find that momentum they had in the first quarter. Let's go ahead, dip into our interview with Jaden Cornea. We'll hear from him and come back to you to recap the first half and see what these teams can do to overcome and win this ball game. Rich Rebel fans, I'm joined here with Jaden Cornea, Rebel on record, and a little insight as to how the team is doing right now. Jaden, we're watching JV happening right now, and we get a good insight as to, the method, the way that this team works together, the way that we've gelled together so far. How has your basketball experience been up until this point here in the season?
It's been pretty good. I think we're playing pretty good together. I think we're doing pretty good.
Doing pretty good. Tell me, what's the difference between this year, you got in a little bit, varsity time last year. What's the difference between this year and last year in terms of the team?
I think we're like a little more like family, like getting together, doing stuff together. And I think this year's a lot better.
Nice. Jaden, what do you figure is your specific role on the team? Do you have a role? Is there a mold that the team really needs you to fit? What are you trying to do to accomplish that?
I think point guard, basically, being able to bring the ball up and get us into our stuff.
We had last week we had a heartbreaker with that buzzer beater against Altamont. I know it stings a little bit. Then we had a big game against Cokeville where the shot didn't fall. What's it like riding those emotional waves so far these last week and a half, being in those close games?
It's hard. It's just you always want it to fall your way, but sometimes it doesn't fall your way, and it sucks. But they're okay, I guess.
They're okay, I guess. Jaden, what's the goal for the team just getting ready and prepped for the playoffs? You have ICS today. You've got Tabiona tomorrow. What's Coach been really focusing on as a team?
Just playing like our best basketball, just hoping that we can get into state and do good.
There you go. Jaden, what's been your favorite memory so far this winter sports season in basketball? Anything fun happen on the bus? Obviously appropriate things that we can talk about.
I don't know, probably just when we stayed overnight. I can't remember when we stayed at overnight. I mean, I got a room with Hunter and Hayden and Riley, and it was a good time being with like the older people. And yeah.
All right.
That was probably about it.
Jaden, you have to realize that as a sophomore, you're going to be doing a lot more interviews with me, so I hope you're all prepped and ready to go. Have a great game today. And anything else from you?
Nope.
Easy money. All right, drop that 50 burger. Sound good?
Yeah.
That was my interview with Jaden Cornier. It was super fun to catch up with him. It was just interesting to get a feel for the boys basketball program, where they're at right now. The boys came out early in the first quarter, had a little bit of a lead, and now they're trying to keep on to that. They're currently up 26-17. We're about 4 minutes left before halftime. Part of our halftime show brought to you by the Crawford Trough. Our first half highlights brought to you today by the town of Randolph. Now's the time for us to reach out to our in-the-field reporters for the girls basketball program. I see here to my right a couple fantastic girls that are going to give me a little bit of an insight as to how this team is doing. Haiti Pugmire is trying to ignore me, but I'm going to go ahead and give her the microphone anyway. Haiti, come on up here. Tell me a little bit about what it's like. You know, you're on a 2-game winning streak, senior night coming up. Is there jitters?
Yeah, a little bit.
Expand a little bit more on that, Haiti, would you?
Well, I just always get nervous playing varsity, and it's a big game, but I'm ready for it.
Does this Tabiona game, with it being senior night, you guys are second in region, Tabiona first, is there a little bit extra?
Yes. Not only is it senior night, but they also are making region champion shirts already, and then we haven't really had that big game tomorrow.
All right, so you have like the motivation, they call this formally in sports, it's called chalkboard or billboard. What is it called? Billboard talk. Essentially, they think that they own the region championship. What are the girls doing to get prepped and ready for that? You just won. You're celebrating this win. Now it's on to the next, right?
Yes, we're just going to keep peaking and just keep doing what we've been doing these last 2 days.
All right, what do you think's been working the best? What do you think the team's improved on the most in these last 2 games with Cokeville and ICS?
Just our defense, I feel like, has been a really good improvement, as we've just been able to help each other and get rebounds and just working together as a team.
Perfect. I mean, it sounds really good. We want to leave senior night with a good taste in your mouth. Have you really appreciated these seniors and all they taught you?
Yes. They've been really helpful and just helping me, fit in.
Is that what Mackenzie Smith told you prior to this interview to say that?
No.
Oh, okay. Okay, it's not forced then. Haiti Pugmire, thanks so much for being our infield reporter. Great to have her, and great to have a little bit of an insight as to how the girls are thinking. They're excited for that Tabiona game. The boys right now halfway through their win, hopefully, against ICS. Right now, if they have anything to say about it, Peyton Lunsford and Dimitri Burke both working in tandem to try and come back and take this one. We'll take our final timeout, come back to you in just a second for the start of our third quarter on a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Sports, 98.3 The Wildlife.
Signage is a critical part of your business. It helps customers find your front door. Rocky Mountain Sign will provide you with expertly designed signs, LEDs, channel letters, as well as skillfully cut signage using wood, metal, plastic, and other mediums to help your customers find you with high-quality signage. Using the best technology, designs, and installation by Rocky Mountain Sign. Your signage says a lot about your business. Work with the professionals at Rocky Mountain Sign, 243 7th Street in Evanston, Wyoming.
Now you've got a safe and secure place to store your boat, RV, ATVs, and other vehicles right in town. T-Bar Body Shop offers storage for just $35 per month. Long and short-term storage options are available. Of course, T-Bar Body Shop also offers custom bodywork when you have an accident. We work with your insurance directly and get the job done right. T-Bar Body Shop offers a wide range of services. Stop in today and see how the ways T-Bar can serve you. 515 County Road, Evanston. Let T-Bar fix your car.
In the state where life is elevated, live your life in a higher gear. Cash Honda Yamaha can help you enjoy our beautiful local terrain. whether it's in the valleys, mountains, snow, or water. So get out and enjoy all nature has to offer at a higher speed. Visit Cash Honda Yamaha in Cache Valley to start living your life at your new speed. Visit us in Hyde Park, just north of Logan, Utah.
Here we go for the start of our Epic Recreation third quarter. Our halftime show brought to you by the Crawford Trough, the place to eat and drink. I'd love one of those burgers right now. Our tip-off today was brought to you by LSR Refrigerated. Darren, Trishan, and the entire Wallentine family wish the Rebels good luck in all they do. And the start of the third quarter also brought to you by LSR Refrigerated. Let's go ahead, go into our coverage. Live camera. Okino into Burke on the left elbow. Back out to Okino, left alone, long three, good. Not what you were looking for if you're the Rich Rebels, and exactly what the doctor ordered if you're ICS. 26-20. Burke up on pace on the left side, out to the very top, Cornea. Cornea back to pace as ICS is coming up to meet Rich. Now far beyond the arc. Carrillo, left side, Cornea has a little bit of a window. Missing the shot, up and good. Jump ball called before Noah Perry could put that one back. Our ICS coach wanting the screens to be called out to allow the team to better know what's happening out on the floor. Mound Valley Cattle Company inbound. Cornea gets it way up to the top for Hoffman just in time on the left side. Cornea goes to reset the basket and their offense at the very top. Got to keep in mind, as soon as next year comes around, we're not going to have that shot clock violation. Lunsford stealing it away, going all the way coast to coast, missing the layup, but he's going to go to the line. ICS gaining traction, closing the gap here in our third quarter. Momentum for sure in the favor of ICS right now. Lunsford with 2 shots coming up. First one up and good. Lunsford, you can tell, has been practicing those. I mean, it is silky smooth getting that thing up and in there. 26-21. One shot more coming up for Lunsford. Second one shoots out to the right, no good. Hunter Pace with the defensive rebound. Goes across the timeline here. Stops right in the half circle. Crossover left. Hoffman, left shoulder. Goes up to the very top looking. Handoff for Pace. Timeout taken by Rich. That's an Independent Software Solutions timeout. A lot of energy from the ICS bench, and Rich wants to think about it. We'll come back to you in 30 on a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Sports.
Whether you're kicking up dust in the hills, making waves down on the lake, or taking advantage of the world's greatest powder, don't just hope to have fun. Take that sled by the handlebars and make your time at Bear Lake epic. Epic Recreation rents equipment and cabins for your vacation fun at beautiful Bear Lake. From watercraft large and small to UTVs, sleds, and more, Epic Recreation has it all to go on-road, off-road, or out on the Caribbean blue water. Book your adventure at epicrecreation.net.
There we go, back to the start of the third quarter. We're about a few minutes in, just over a minute actually, 6:44 left here in our Epic Recreation third quarter. Inbound Hoffman has to get it back up to the top for Cornea. Stutters right. Pace on the left side wing gets a screen from Carrillo. Feed inside, good pick and roll. Carrillo with the good hands and a feed from Pace, and now Rich will score for their first time in the second half, 28-21. Florell almost lost the basketball. Dimitri Burke, crossover in between, and a travel violation. Oh, a jump ball. Riley Carrillo trying to get the ball as it is stuck behind the backboard. Another jump. Do it again. Jumping on to the rim. Here comes an ICS player to the rescue. He gets it to the cheers of the crowd. I wanted Riley to keep jumping, see how long he could do it. All right, jump ball coming up for ICS on the Rich baseline. Up and underneath Florell, out to the top, Lunsford on the near corner, driving right side baseline. Lost his footing, it looked like, but we're going to get a foul on Noah Perry. 2 shots coming up for Peyton Lunsford. 6:13 left in the third quarter. Lunsford's been very good from the free throw line, and he'll continue that perfection by making the next one. One more shot coming up for Lunsford. Score 28-22 here. 6:13 left in our third quarter. ICS coming back into it. And right now, as we've mentioned before, ICS catching fire, and they are confident with the basketball now, something that they were not in the first quarter. 6:05, Rich on offense. Pace coming up, screen, feeding inside, Cornea up to the left. Pace, one dribble hop out right side. Hoffman keeping it away from his and a trip. Noah Perry, I think, got his feet tangled up. Carson Meerbrook coming in for Noah Perry, as that's been a couple fouls on Noah. Noah Perry there, and I think the acknowledgement from our ICS coach saying, like, I don't think that was an offensive foul either, as Noah Perry came off the sideline. Lunsford up against Meerbrook. He is dribbling around Longoria. Now to Florell, dribbling up to the very top of the arc, working it left. Burke. And a timeout. Independent Software Solutions timeout. We're going to take it again as well here in our third quarter on a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Sports. They say the 3 most important things in life for many people are their faith, their family, and their high school sports. And not necessarily in that order. Advertise where you'll get noticed. Call My Local Radio and become a sports advertiser today. Back again after our second timeout taken here in our third quarter, brought to you by Epic Recreation. ICS only down by 5 now, as this third quarter's crawling along. It seems like we've had a lot of stoppage of play, whether that be timeouts, whether that be fouls, and whether that's strategically trying to get the momentum to slow a little bit. It doesn't seem to be working, as ICS is continuing to flow with the basketball, getting good looks everywhere they go. Inbound into Lunsford on the far sideline from Burke. At the very top, he's going to work left, dribbling in between his legs up against Carrillo. Gets a screen, goes into the paint, right side elbow kick out. Burke fakes right, drives. Lunsford, far corner 3, off in front of the rim, no good. That was a good look, and an offensive rebound by Burke, who wrestled it away from a Rich Rebel. Hand check as Cornea came up quickly on Okino. And the Rich Rebels have been given 4 fouls here, just 3 minutes into the third quarter. Lunsford and Carrillo one-on-one. Lunsford drives baseline, gets up. Meerbrook catches the miss, comes down with it, gives it to Cornea. Pace has to throw it in almost into traffic, almost stolen away. Hoffman squeaking behind the defense on the left block. Gets a feed from Cornea on the right side. Puts it up on the left block and in. 30-23. Lunsford. Burke on the right side. Dribbles around Meerbrook into the paint. Kick out. Lunsford on the far corner. Lunsford drives baseline. Goes up and underneath. Reversal. Leaves it short. No good. Cornea pushing it up the floor. Cornea ran into a defender after dribbling off and handing off. And he's going to bounce into a defender, and that's going to be a turnover on the Rich Rebels. Another offensive rebound, an offensive foul on Rich. Nate Woods coming into for Cornea. Cornea a little frustrated there, as it was a very minor touch, but nonetheless it was a run in that elicits by rule an offensive foul. Peyton Lunsford Gets a screen up at the very top. Feeds inside, backdoor cut. And a block by Hunter Pace. Good block by Hunter Pace. Ball will go out of bounds underneath the Rich Rebel basket. Still 30-23, 4:08 left in the third quarter. Burke met by Muirbrook at the very top of the arc. Lunsford floating in. Gets his own rebound after the miss. Long. Lunsford kick out. Long three. No, off to the right. And a foul. Carson Muirbrook came in and fouled on the rebound. And we're getting really close to Rich putting ICS up at the line. And this is, in fact, a shooting foul as number 25, Isaiah Longoria, was trying to put it back up. Longoria capitalizes, puts the first free throw in, 30-24. Misses the second one. Muirbrook comes and rips it off the glass. ICS getting more bold and is going to push and pressure into the Rich back court. Nate Woods gets it out to the right side for Hunter Pace. We get a foul coming up here. Longoria will get called for the foul after smothering Carson Muirbrook. Tough defense and probably a 50-50 call as they were both battling away from the ball. Carrillo up to the top. Pace, long three, steps into it, off to the right, no good. Muirbrook gets the offensive rebound, puts it back, no good. Will stay after getting poked out the back line. And now they reverse the call. And now they're going to converse underneath the basket here. The officials will say black ball, so they reverse it twice. I haven't seen that. So what was initially called Rich Rebel ball, then gets called ICS ball, and then back to the Rich Rebel ball. Mountain Valley Cattle Company inbound, Carrillo on the far sideline. They look very different, but their last names start with C, so I don't know what to tell you. Nate Woods at the very top of the arc. ICS pressuring, something that they did not do in the first quarter. Tough defense. Nate Woods gets a screen from Carrillo. 3 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Timeout called by Coach Cornea, and it comes via, the defensive pressure of ICS. Let's take it as well. Come back to you in 30 on a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel basketball.
Whether you're kicking up dust in the hills, making waves down on the lake, or taking advantage of the world's greatest powder, don't just hope to have fun. Take that sled by the handlebars and make your time at Bear Lake epic. Epic Recreation rents equipment and cabins for your vacation fun at beautiful Bear Lake. From watercraft large and small to UTVs, sleds, and more, Epic Recreation has it all to go on-road, off-road, or out on the Caribbean blue water. Book your adventure at epicrecreation.net.
Coming back to you for our third quarter, 2 minutes and 56 seconds. Rich has been stalling a little bit in terms of points scored. ICS has scored 7 points, and the Rich Rebels have only scored 4. And that slowing down of play and baskets made is coming as ICS has gotten very bold and very confident in their defense. They're coming out to meet the Rich Rebels instead of greeting them within their own defense inside the arc. Inbound, Mountain Valley Cattle Company in front of the Rich Rebel bench. Cornea up at the top for Hoffman, who has to dribble handoff to Cornea. Good defense by ICS. They're smothering these teams right now. Hoffman up to the very top of the arc for Carrillo. Works it left for Cornea. Jabs right, goes left. Up and in. Foul before the shot. Hand check on ICS, and another inbound coming up for the Rich Rebels. Underneath the basket, this time on the near side. Pace covered well. That was what they were going for. Carrillo, push shot, hook up and good inside the paint after the inbound. 32-24, advantage for the Rich Rebels. Okino missing that floater just inside the left elbow after driving in. Bounce pass out to Hoffman on the right side. They're in their offense now. Hoffman faked it up to the top. Had to get bailed inside. Hayden Weston has position. Pump fakes, goes up, gets the foul. The signature double pump by Hayden Weston has never yet to fail in terms of eliciting a foul. Misses the initial shot, but he'll get 2 chances at the line from the Bear Lake Realty free throw line, that is. First one long, shoots out to the right after hitting the back left corner of the iron. Substitution, Longoria is going to come out. Noah Hilliker will come in. That's been the only substitution really you've seen all game, unless Dimitri Burke came down with a sore ankle for just a second. So 50% from Hayden Weston, that pushes it up to 33. 9-point lead back for the Rich Rebels. Hilliker on the right side wing up to the top to Florell. Back to Burke, now left side, beyond the arc. Crossover in between the legs up to Hilliker. Lunsford lost the basketball, collected by ICS. Out to the left, Dimitri Burke. Drives against Carrillo. Stopped. Hilliker onto the near corner for Florell, who goes working clockwise up to the top. Lunsford one-on-one versus Hunter Pace at the very top. He gives it up. Rich Rebels using the defense of their own. Dribble kick out. Hilliker for three. Good. They worked hard for that bucket, and they finally got it. ICS on the left side wing. Hilliker knocks it home. 1 minute remaining left in the third quarter. Hoffman up for Carrillo at the very top, keeping it above his head. Works it left for Cornea. Cornea lost the handle, stolen away by Lunsford. Lunsford drives left, kicks out. Another three by Burke. Rolls. That would have been a big momentum shift again. Cornea into their own offensive set, falling inside. Hayden Weston using his weight. Carrillo comes up with the offensive rebound. Weston again, foul on the arm. Couple chances, and finally the Rich Rebels get a chance at the free throw line to come away with points. They had multiple chances at that one. Hayden Weston back to the line again. Trey Walker set to check in. Off the back and in. Hayden Weston, good on the first. On the floor for the Rebels, Weston, Pace, Carrillo, Hoffman, and Walker. Rolling. That one hit the front, hit the back, and then rolled off the right side in. 35-27 for the Rich Rebels. Hilliker up to the top for Florell. It's going to work its way out to the left. Burke collecting himself, gives it up now to the right. Hilliker, now Lunsford at the very top of the arc. This is what ICS will do. ICS will weave and bop, and they will keep you playing that zone or off the side of the backboard. Lunsford had a little bit of space, bounced it off the padding on the side of the backboard, and then stepped out of bounds off of his own rebound. Full court press coming up from ICS. Riley Carrillo inbounds to Hoffman. Hoffman missed a cutter who was able to probably help him out. Walker, long three, way short. After the end of 3 quarters, Rich up again. 35, ICS 27. ICS coming back, making it close. We'll take a break of our own, come back to you in just a moment on a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Sports.
Wyoming is unique. When it comes to high school sports, we might travel 6 hours to a game, but when we get there, we know the other team, their parents, and the coaches. Wyoming is like one small town with really long streets. When your travels take you to Evanston, always stay with your friends at the Best Western Dunmar Inn. Clean, comfortable rooms, a restaurant serving healthy, delicious food, and breakfast is always included. If you're bringing the team or following the team, stay with us every time you're in Evanston. The Best Western Dunmar Inn.
Nothing makes your kid feel like a superstar more than seeing his or her very own Fathead in the stands. Fathead car decals and yard signs are inexpensive and easy to get at Rocky Mountain Sign in Evanston. Whether it's for the big game or to cheer on the high school band, our children make us proud in so many ways. Show your pride today. Go Rebels! West Star Printing and Rocky Mountain Sign, 243 7th Street, Evanston.
Welcome to our fourth quarter, brought to you by Bear Lake Memorial Hospital. The Rich Rebels been struggling to hold on to this lead, but they've kept it so far. They're up 35-27 despite the momentum shifts that ICS has had. That's a hold on Florell, who is holding on to the jersey of Cornea. Cornea in, Pace out to the back court, collects it off the inbound on the sideline, on the far sideline. Out to the left, near side wing, inside corner, Carrillo on the foul and one. Gets a feed from Pace on the near corner. And he capitalizes, got whacked on the arm, and he gets a chance for one more. With that made basket, the lead has been extended to 10 points, 37-27. Carrillo with a chance for a cherry on top, makes it 38-27. Lunsford here, working left dribble handoff to Okino. Okino traveled, slid his feet, and a turnover at the very top of the arc. Wanted to go right, hesitated, went left, and his feet had to continue to keep moving. Mountain Valley Cattle Company inbound. Cornea working against Florell, right across the timeline, goes left, Pace with a screen far beyond the arc. Out to the right side, Hayden Weston, keeping possession, staying safe. Cornea, dribble, drive, kick, reset for Pace at the very top of the arc. Pace, after getting Burke on the floor, a floater from Cornea way short and a foul. ICS is starting to see the cons of, that high defensive pressure. Will occasionally get you those turnovers and will get you momentum, but once you start to foul or give some of that stuff up, now it's going to be interesting. Cornea, first shot up and no good. Off to the right, off the backboard and right back. Second chance coming up for Cornea, redemption shot. Second one good for Cornea. He goes 1 for 2, 39-27, 7-10 left here in the ballgame. Okino faked right, went left. Dimitri Burke on the left elbow. Fake inside, long three from Okino. Short, comes back into the arms of Cornea. Met by Florell at half court. He works his way to the right. Pace looks immediately inside. One dribble kick up to the very top, Carrillo, after a little bit of a deflection. Long three, Pace, off of the bank and in. Hunter Pace, all smiles as he banks that one home. And I don't think he called bank. Long three from Burke on the left corner. That one's off. Trey Walker reels it in off the glass. Gives it up to Cornea on the right side. Walker, right side wing up for Carrillo at the very top. They're going to work its way left again. This time they'll feed to Hayden Weston. Weston into the arms of Okino and a foul. Okino a smaller defender, and Hayden Weston able to use his weight to kind of maneuver and gain an advantage. It's a foul on the shot. Hayden Weston will go to the line, and now Rich able to come away with a little bit of momentum of their own at the time that they need it most. 6:10 left here in the fourth quarter. Weston rolls it off the front and in. Isaiah Longoria coming in for Noah Hilliker. Second shot for Hayden Weston, good. Nothing but net right there. He knew that one was good as soon as it left his fingertips. Peyton Lunsford trying to get past Trey Walker. Jabs inside and then kicks it back out to the top. Right side, Dimitri Burke has space, floats it, up and good. 3 feet out, up with the left hand. Full timeout taken by ICS, Independent Software Solutions timeout. We'll get our first timeout of the fourth quarter, brought to you by Bear Lake Memorial Hospital and a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Sports.
For years, people from all over have counted on the competent staff and first-class facilities at Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier, Idaho. Consistently named one of the top rural hospitals in the country, Bear Lake Memorial Hospital provides a wide range of treatments no matter what you need. Whether it be a simple visit to their expanded ER, a visit to their in-house MRI machine, or if you need more advanced treatments like chemotherapy or dialysis. The staff at Bear Lake Memorial Hospital cares about your health and will do everything they can to help you. Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier, Idaho, the most caring hospital on earth.
.5:55 remaining left in our fourth quarter before the end of regulation. Rich sits atop the ICS Rebels 44-29. And what was going for the Rich Rebels well in the third quarter in terms of momentum has kind of worked to the detriment of their momentum. They've given up a few fouls in their aggressive pursuit of defense and attempted steals. Rich now finding a key to working it into the paint and making it difficult and killing momentum by going to the line. Inside the paint has worked out great for the Rich Rebels. Full court press implemented here by ICS. Carrillo comes up the right sideline to help out. Inside pace, out to the left. Cornea into Weston. That's a pretty break of a fast break. That's a pretty break of a full court press. As that ping-ponged off of every single person on its way down to the court. Longoria to Burke, left sideline. Driving baseline. Foul on the Rich Rebels, number 34, Hayden Weston. And that's going to put ICS in the bonus. So each team in the bonus now with 5:43 left. Dimitri Burke, who averages about 14 points per game, getting there right now after that made free throw attempt on the first one. Second one, Burke knocks it home, 46-31. Carrillo gives it to Cornea, who works up at the left sideline, way in for Weston. Weston hesitates, goes up, has ICS players fly past him, and now Weston's has the last 4 points for the Rich Rebels. Lunsford working up against Trey Walker. Goes out to the left. Dimitri Burke, crossover dribble, step back three, short. Collected by Cornea. Trey Walker down the left sideline, kicks it all the way to the right far corner for pace, up to the top in a reset. Out for the ICS Rebels, we also have another player out there, I believe that's Aiden Pickett. Pace. Pumps, gives it to Cornea. Cornea drives in, up with the right hand, no shot. Before the scoop and score for Jaden Cornea. It's a foul on number 22, Peyton Lunsford. Aiden Pickett, I believe, has come out of the ball game. In comes Longoria. No. Longoria also coming out. Out on the court, Florell, Hilliker, Okino, Lunsford, and Burke. Cornea makes the first one. Cornea's second one, good. Now a 50-burger for the Rebels as we get a clapping war between the Rich Rebel boys bench and the ICS girls sitting out here behind the stage. Florell out to the far corner for Lunsford. Wanted to give it up, and now is hounded by Trey Walker. Gives it to Burke. Burke against Carrillo. Cross-court pass out to the right side. Florell down to the corner. Okino. Reverse layup with the left hand. Up. No good. Bounces off the left upright. No, the left iron. Excuse me, the left upright. I'm in football mode. He missed that one, and a foul coming up here against ICS. That's on Okino, and that's going to put the Rich Rebels to the line for double bonus. 4:16 remaining in the ball game. 2 shots coming up for Jaden Cornea. Hayden Weston wanted to go for that one. That was funny. Hayden didn't know that it was a double bonus. 51-31. Came screaming in from the left block. Up and good. Cornea going 4 for 4 in the last 2 trips to the line, 52-31. Lunsford again dancing across the side of the half-court line. Left sideline out from the left wing extended. Crossover gets past Trey Walker. And a blocking foul on Trey Walker. As Lunsford was very aggressive driving into the paint. Another free throw coming up, this time for ICS. As we get into our free throw game at the very end. Lunsford. Good. You know, he hasn't missed today. I don't think he's missed a free throw. I don't think so. Second one coming up. Up and good. Nothing but net. I mean, it's doing absolutely nothing but net every single time. Walker, Carrillo trying to get out of their own back court. They cross the timeline and now are safe from the 8-second violation. Walker dribble handoff to Cornea inside the half circle. Goes left, then right. Far baseline, turnover after a feed inside. Trey Walker and Okino going after it. ICS had an open man and another foul on Trey Walker trying to get up into the body of Lunsford. A timeout called by Rich, another Independent Software Solutions timeout. We'll take it as well. Come back to you in 30 on a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Sports. 98.3 and mylocalradio.com.
Signage is a critical part of your business. It helps customers find your front door. Rocky Mountain Sign will provide you with expertly designed signs, LEDs, channel letters, as well as skillfully cut signage using wood, metal, plastic, and other mediums to help your customers find you with high-quality signage. Using the best technology, designs, and installation by Rocky Mountain Sign. Your signage says a lot about your business. Work with the professionals at Rocky Mountain Sign, 243 7th Street in Evanston, Wyoming.
Back here again for our fourth quarter. We're playing the 1-1 game. At the very end of this, Rich leading 52-33. This time ICS's turn is at the line after a foul from Trey Walker right at the half-court line on Peyton Lunsford. And if I know Peyton Lunsford, which I don't, but if I did, I would say he's going to knock down these 2 free throws. Let's see. We'll make a bet. Me and you, the listener. First one, up and good. Oh, here we go. Second one coming up for Lunsford. This one for all the marbles between me and you. Good. You owe me. 52-35, your score. Cornea working it up the left sideline. Trey Walker goes back, splitting the double team. Oh, Cornea loses it right at half court, sprinting away. Trey Walker with a huge block says no way. Almost pinned that and ripped it down with the one hand. Far sideline back up to the top. Cornea with the ball back in the possession of the Rich Rebels. This gives a little bit of life here with 3 minutes left into the ball game. Trey Walker, driving kick out to the top. Hunter Pace met by Burke. Far corner, inside feed, an offensive foul on Hayden Weston. And that's going to bring us to the line again. Maybe that's going to bring us to the line. Nope. Hayden Weston will check out of the game. Noah Perry's going to come in. 2:55 left here. Lunsford met with a zone now. The Lions don't know what to do with it, and they're going to call a timeout. So they're going to make ICS call a timeout after the defensive change. Come back to you in 30 seconds on a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Red Rebel Sports.
For years, people from all over have counted on the competent staff and first-class facilities at Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier, Idaho. Consistently named one of the top rural hospitals in the country, Bear Lake Memorial Hospital provides a wide range of treatments no matter what you need. Whether it be a simple visit to their expanded ER, a visit to their in-house MRI machine, or if you need more advanced treatments like chemotherapy or dialysis. The staff at Bear Lake Memorial Hospital cares about your health and will do everything they can to help you. Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier, Idaho, the most caring hospital on earth.
Back here for the last 3 minutes of the fourth quarter, brought to you by Bear Lake Memorial Hospital. We welcome our listenership on mylocalradio.com or over the airwaves. Don't think I forgot. Those of you that are listening owe me, as Dimitri Burke nailed those 2 free throws. I will not forget. I'm joking. All right. Peyton Lunsford hit those free throws. And Burke will inbound into Lunsford. Lunsford goes left against Trey Walker, and I think in that timeout, Coach Cornea said no more fouls. They don't want to put or extend this game any longer than it needs to. Lunsford, kick out for Burke, gets past Hunter Pace, up and underneath, and a foul. Burke, the and one call, gets it to go after splitting up and he had Hunter Pace on roller skates rolling past him to the right, and he founds an open lane and goes inside. Icing on top, good from Dimitri Burke. 52-38. Cornea dribbles past the defense, gets over the half-court line. Goes out to the far side, Noah Perry. The Rich Rebels working it beyond the arc. They have not looked inside quite yet. It just seems like the Rich Rebels wanting to get some time off the clock more than anything. Carrillo and Cornea on the far side. Inside, Trey Walker gets a feed on the right side block. Goes into the body of Hilliker. Up and good. 54-38. Lunsford again. Trey Walker able to bounce that one off of his knee. Ball goes careening out to the left side wing extended. Burke goes up to the top for Okino. Okino, left side Hilliker three. That one off the front. No good. Trey Walker rips it off the iron. 1:23 left in the ball game. Cornea goes right. Pace, crossover in front of Burke. And another timeout taken by Rich, Independent Software Solutions, timeout. Maybe this might be the last one. We'll come back in just a moment. 98.3 The Wildlife.
Signage is a critical part of your business. It helps customers find your front door. Rocky Mountain Sign will provide you with expertly designed signs, LEDs, channel letters, as well as skillfully cut signage using wood, metal, plastic, and other mediums to help your customers find you with high-quality signage. Using the best technology, designs, and installation by Rocky Mountain Sign. Your signage says a lot about your business. Work with the professionals at Rocky Mountain Sign, 243 7th Street in Evanston, Wyoming.
Back here again, 1 minute, 14 seconds left before the end of this game. Rich up 54-38. And we want to shout out to Rob Leifson, who's a very loyal listener when he's not on our broadcast. He's given us some statistics as Rich has outscored ICS 17-8 in the fourth quarter. And he's noted that earlier in the year it seemed as though Rich kind of ran out of gas, and now they're able to keep the pedal on the metal, keep under control, as we have a few substitutions into the game. Drake Weston, Buckwheat also in there. Tyler Larson. Buckwheat has to track it down on the near corner, looks inside. Black ball, it will stay as it was in the blind corner that I can't see. In the near corner on the left side. Buckwheat's gonna stay in. Tyler Stevens. I said Larson for some reason. Buckwheat gets called for the illegal screen. 50 seconds left here in the ball game. Lunsford down 38-54. Near corner, Burks, right side crossover in front of Buckwheat. And a foul. Buckwheat getting some instruction from our coaching staff. A check on the arm by Buckwheat. And 2 shots coming up. Burke, first one, rolls off, bounces off the front and the back and in. Second collection, Burke rolls off the left and in. 40-54. Drake Weston going in between a couple teammates. Out for Tyler Stevens, who dribbles inside high off the glass after the feed. 56-40. Lunsford kicking out to the far corner. Burke. Long three off the front of the rim, no good. Muirbrook collects as it bounced off of his shoe. Drake Weston up the left sideline. Around, Buckwheat gets a shot. Buckwheat! I can't help but cheer. 58-40, Buckwheat gets on the scoreboard with that little layup. Long heave from Hilliker at the end. That is your final here in ICS. A 2-game winning streak for the Rich Rebel boys after a Cokeville win and an ICS win. Final on the station on main scoreboard, 58-40. We'll come back to you for our post-game coverage and tap things off and look forward to Saturday against Tabiona, tomorrow, that is, on 98.3 The Wildlife.
Hello, this is Dr. McKay Frankham. As a dentist in Evanston for over 20 years now, my mission has always been to provide quality dental care for people of all ages at reasonable prices. I'm a detail-oriented person, and it's important to me to stay current on new dental procedures and protocols that can help my patients have the best experience and have the best results. Over the years, I've also worked to keep my overhead low so that I can pass those savings on to my patients. I believe everyone deserves quality dental care. Please call us today at 307-789-8910.
Wyoming is unique. When it comes to high school sports, we might travel 6 hours to a game, but when we get there, we know the other team, their parents, and the coaches. Wyoming is like one small town with really long streets. When your travels take you to Evanston, always stay with your friends at the Best Western Dunmar Inn. Clean, comfortable rooms, a restaurant serving healthy, delicious food, and breakfast is always included. If you're bringing the team or following the team, stay with us every time you're in Evanston. The Best Western Dunmar Inn.
Welcome to the post-game show. First up on our post-game show today, the Freaky Fast recap brought to you by Jimmy John's in Evanston. Gourmet sandwiches made fresh and fast every day, 113 Front Street in Evanston. At the final, here we go, our Jimmy John's Freaky Fast recap. After the end of one, Rich up 17-5. Then in the second quarter, Rich staying in the lead. So Rich took the lead and never relinquished it, although it did seem like ICS was able to come back due to some momentum and defensive pressure in the third more specifically. 26-17 after the end of two, and then it got close in the third quarter, down to only 6 or 5 points there. Rich 35, ICS 30. Final score 58-40, advantage for the Rich Rebels. That was our Jimmy John's Freaky Fast recap. We'll go ahead and dip now into our Dr. McKay Franklin Precision Play of the game. Family Dentistry at affordable prices. Call today for an appointment at 307-789-8910. Riley Carrillo will be getting our precision play of the game. Start of the fourth quarter, Riley had a very strong move inside the paint and got fouled on the arm, just doing what he did all day. Bonus three-point play as he put it up and in. And that was just beautiful work from Riley Carrillo, as that is going to be our precision play of the game to kind of extend that lead and to put this game really out of question. I mean, that play right there put it out to, I believe, 17 points or more. Rich outscoring ICS 23-13 in the fourth quarter, which is very, very impressive. That is our Dr. McKay Prankum precision play of the game, providing precision family dentistry at affordable prices. We'll take one more quick break and come back, cap things all off, name our player of the game, sponsored by the town of Garden City. We'll be back 1 second on a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Sports.
As high school sports fans, we know that sometimes you have to drive a long way to get to the next game. If you find yourself on the side of the road, remember that Freeway Tire in Evanston offers service calls and roadside assistance 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's a great idea to have your vehicle serviced, tires checked, and oil changed to make sure it's in top shape before your next long drive. Visit Freeway Tire today, your locally owned and operated tire shop. Freeway Tire, 217 Bear River Drive, Evanston.
They say the three most important things in life for many people are their faith, their family, and their high school sports. And not necessarily in that order. Advertise where you'll get noticed. Call My Local Radio and become a sports advertiser today. All right, welcome back to the conclusion of our post-game show. It's time to reveal the player of the game, sponsored by the town of Garden City, where families play at beautiful Bear Lake. Visit gardencity.ut.us. Although he did not light it up per se from the scoring department, this game could not have been possible without the almost veteran leadership displayed and the calm, collective work done at the point guard position by Jaden Cornea. Jaden Cornea able to stay calm in the face of pressure and danger, able to make points when he needed to, but also, most importantly, was able to hold on to the basketball, not give up any cheap points, did not get the ball stolen away that many times, and has really grown into his own, and that's something that the Rich Rebels are going to need, especially tomorrow against Tabiona and in the state playoff games. Speaking of Tabiona, catch me, Cody Olsen, and yours truly, Woodruff's very own Rob Leifson, as we tag team in what should be a fantastic game, both boys and girls, for the season finale on senior night in Randolph tomorrow. Good to see all of you there. Come give me a high five. Come make fun of me. It would be great. Your final here in ICS. Rich comes away with a win, both in the boys and the girls department. The Rich boys coming away 58-40. See you tomorrow, everybody. It should be a good one. This is Cody Olsen and Melissa Olsen. On behalf of my associate Colton Bagley back in the studio, we say thank you, and as always, go Rebels.
The proceeding has been a wholly owned production of MyLocalRadio.com and Cook Brothers Broadcasting, no portion of which may be used or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Old West Media Incorporated. Thank you for joining us on this Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Sports on MyLocalRadio.com. Until next time, go